What's up, gamers? This week we're checking out the Pinball Hall of Fame with TSM, exploring the Bacchanal Buffet at Caesar's Palace, and chucking some axes. Get ready, it's time for the drop. I'm your host, Jason Burns, aka Supersonic, coming to you from outside Caesar's Palace here on the Vegas Strip. Here on the drop, we talk all things H1Z1 Pro League. Due to roster changes, there were a few new faces in the lineup, and we needed to get them caught up on Las Vegas living. So we took them to the extravagant Bacchanal Buffet right here at Caesar's Palace.
Hey guys, today we're going to the Bacchanal Buffet at Caesar's Palace, and we're going to be food critics for you guys. Hi, my name is Calzy. I play for Counterlogic Gaming. My first week was week 8.
My name is Tipsy. I play for Impact. I joined around halfway throughout the season.
Hi, I'm Flanker. I was a recent roster change for Gankstars.
Welcome to the Bacchanal Buffet. A little story about the Bacchanal Buffet is named after the Greek god Bacchus. He is the god of feasting and wine. We have 8 chef-run stations, starting from Asian, going all the way over to seafood. Enjoy your meal, all right? Don't get too full. We got a lot of game to do.
Thank you. What do you guys think about each picking a plate for another player and also being the food critics?
It's a good idea. Yeah. I'm definitely getting your plate.
I guess I'll get Tipsy's plate.
I'll grab Flankers.
So let's talk about the plates that we're actually getting. So we can't just like slop a bunch of food on there. Like there's some things that we got to do to like spice it up.
We should probably rate it on a scale.
Is there anything you want me to know?
Number 1, that's all I gotta say. You're the best Pro League player ever.
Yeah, that's right.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Keep the sushi down to a minimum. I like seafoods, but like not more of like sushi.
Keep them healthy, just a little nice vegetable roll.
I think they're cranking up the plate on the sushi and the oysters and the oyster shots.
All right, his favorite food was spaghetti.
I grew up in the South, in Texas, so it was all just my mom making a big meal.
I can't hit him with the snail. I feel bad. He's a nice guy. Let's hit him with a crab claw.
I really enjoy food. I could call myself a foodie.
I got you a nice plate, all right?
We got a pepper over here.
Yeah.
Got some potatoes. I think I see some crab.
Let's go.
Some beef, some pizza under here.
Coming from Indiana, a lot of, comfort foods, so a lot of mashed potatoes, chicken, steak.
We're gonna get some food for flankers.
You're a really good player, maybe even better than Calzy. You know what's good and what's kind of on the border? My favorite type of food is probably mashed potatoes with some really good gravy.
I heard he really loves slurping on some snails.
Honestly, I think they're being pretty naughty. I think I'm gonna get a surprise on my plate, and I may or may not like it.
He just loves big, juicy sausages. All right, this is Flanker's plate. Got a ton of wieners.
I don't know if I trust them. Okay.
Here's your plate.
Okay. Come on, really? I don't know about that one. Just a lot of meat on my plate.
Got some wieners from Italy, like a wiener from from Argentina. I just thought he's a wiener guy.
I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. We're right on the Atlantic Ocean, so we're a big seafood place, and I'm not into seafood.
Let's go get Calzy some food.
Wait, before you go, stand-up guy, great player, came in, just dominating the scene, Go get me a good plate of food. Thanks,
Let's see what we can do.
Yep. I really don't like seafood, so I try to stay away from that. Hopefully there's none of that tonight.
I think duck sounds good.
Duck, this looks good right here.
I'm a little nervous right now.
Should get him a little sushi roll, spice it up.
So the reason why I don't like seafood is my grandmother, she loves lobster. And when I was really young, I was like 10, 11 years old, went over to her house to stay the night. And when she eats lobster, she doesn't just eat one lobster. She literally cooks them all, keeps it all indoors, and the house just stinks. And since then, I've had this fear of like seafood.
What about some oysters?
We'll play it safe.
I think he'll love that creamy texture.
The creamy texture of the oyster? We'll throw an oyster on there. All right. I think that's really going to top it off. Got a lot of seafood here, since he likes seafood so much. We got some oysters. I know he's going to love those. So let's go see what he thinks.
Oh my God. What the hell is that?
You have a little bit of the whole ocean here. Got some crab legs, a little bit of shrimp, oysters. We got a burger. You like burgers, so...
That's about the only thing that I think I'm okay with on this plate.
And a wiener.
There's a whole lot of seafood, and I'm not a big... So because of that, I'm gonna have to go with like a 3 or a 4 for the presentation.
On a scale of like 1 to 10, the presentation is 10 out of 10.
Oh.
It's class Classic buffet style, just toss everything on a plate.
Presentation, probably gonna have to give it, a 5. Those wieners everywhere. I can tell they're a big fan of meat.
Some big juicy wieners for Flanker. He likes wieners from all around everywhere.
I guess I'm ready to try it. Let's see how it goes.
How are we doing today, gentlemen? I just want you guys to know that we do have a pretty strict rule here. Whatever plate you take, you have to eat yourself. So if you guys could go ahead and switch back, greatly appreciate it.
Oh my God! Wait, no.
Wait.
Yeah, you take this one. Your wieners go over there. Enjoy, brother.
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
All right, enjoy, gentlemen. I hope you have a great meal. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Get wrecked. Let's go,
You got
baby.
the oyster.
I chose some good stuff. You have a lot of meat on your plate.
I got a lot of wieners.
What about you, Flanks? I mean, like, you're digging into the wiener. That's the only thing that's decent on that plate.
You went straight for the big juicy wiener.
Overall, sauces aren't too bad.
Yeah.
Why don't you dive into some of that seafood there?
I've never had an oyster before.
Yeah.
Is it nice and creamy?
Good.
Definitely gonna remember that one.
You know, karma's a thing, and I was good to my boy Tipsy over here. Got him a nice looking plate, and I'm the one who gets to eat it now, so I'm pretty happy. Flanker over here tried to throw me under the bus, and now he's got to eat some oysters, so it's pretty good.
Performance so far in the Pro League.
Hi guys, welcome to the Pinball Hall of Fame. My name is Beth and I am the operations manager here. First and foremost, I like everybody to know that this place is all for charity. We're a volunteer staff here and the owners have never taken a pay. Pinball actually started in 1931, which is of course before the Prohibition, and it became illegal by 1936 nationwide. But it still took until 1985 to become legal all the way across the United States. So it was kind of a bad boy sport too. So with that being said, here's some quarters, guys. Go, have a great time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's like honestly humbling to just see how far gaming has come. So just these mechanical machines to playing on a high-end gaming computer. These old machines have these like artistic designs. Back in like the 60s and 70s when people play in these games, I can just imagine kids coming with their friends and just having a blast. It's crazy to be playing video games for a living. It's like every gamer's dream, to get paid to play video games and compete. At the beginning, we were expected to be the top team, and I was expected to be the top player, and so a lot of people don't know the pressure that comes with that. I'm more accountable for my mistakes in a way because everything I do now is on me. There was some rough weeks for us when we were not playing very well, and so that was definitely one of our lowest moments for sure.
Okay guys, so this is the 1947 Lady Robin Hood. It's the original flipper design, which if you take a look in here, you'll see that there's actually 6 flippers in here, and they're backwards to what we know today. So it was truly still a game of chance. So they, as a cost cutter, dropped the flippers to the 2 flippers and turned them backwards, which this immediately turned it into a game of skill. But this was the start of gaming, so please play some pinball and really get back to the roots of where your gaming started from. Yeah.
Wonder how you get 2.
Mad when he forgets to put tickets in the game.
Dude, you can hit the ones far back every time.
So Jish was the main caller before, and I transitioned into being the main caller because of the new meta with kill points being the main focus, and I'm more of an aggressive caller than Jish is. So we decided that I would be the better fit for the main caller, and he just is a secondary caller now, helping me call if I need help during certain situations.
Holy crap, bro. Look at this aisle.
Man, after that week, I think we jumped from 12th to 5th, so just that week after that, it was a great week for us.
And TSM is going to win the first round of the day.
All right.
I'll take it. Amorous and Gallant. When I found out I was going to the H1Z1 Pro League, it was just a dream come true for me. It's amazing playing every single week against all your friends.
Oh,
let's go, baby! The 2 for 1, dude.
Easy.
We've definitely gone through some rough weeks. That just gets us even more motivated to do better. We know that we're the best. I'm thinking at the end of split 2, we're going to be in first place for sure.
In-game, our players use their hand-eye coordination to be deadly with a gun. But what happens when we give them an axe instead? That's right, we decided to take some of the players' axe throwing. No one was harmed in the making of the segment, I think.
You guys ever thrown axes before?
I have not.
No?
This is gonna be my first time.
Well, Axe Monkeys is the very first indoor axe throwing facility in Las Vegas. Not only do we throw axes, but we also throw knives, ninja stars, all sorts of things. And lucky for you, I'm gonna be showing you how to throw axes and play different games like blackjacks, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Are you guys excited?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And H1Z1 hand-eye coordination is really important because you got to react really quick. You got to be seeing everything in the game.
Are you guys right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Right-handed. So when you're right-handed, you're gonna be stepping with your left foot, so opposite foot. We teach 3 basic throws: double overhand, single overhand, and underhand. When you do double overhand, you put your dominant hand on the bottom of the X and your other hand right on top. When you throw, you start with 2 feet on the green line, coming straight back behind your head, step, and throw.
Wow.
We're gonna do a game called blackjacks. So, like blackjack, you are the first one to get to 21. So, bullseye is 5, then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1. So, you throw your axe all at once, get your score, throw again, get your score. If you go over 21, you bust and have to start back at 0. If you hit 21 and you're the first one, you win.
I knew like kind of what to do since I grew up in the woods, so I'd been around axes and knives, but this was definitely a new experience because I've never actually thrown at a target. Ladies first.
Nah, go.
Ladies first, bro.
Throw some axes. Be a lumberjack for a day.
Let's go. Put it in your body, bro.
You're joking, bro.
I was just mainly messing with my opponents, got a bunch of zeros just to throw them off a little bit.
Come on, dude.
Kind of got down to me and Anna's last throw, which was, I think I had 19 and he had 20. So it was just kind of down to whoever could hit their shot.
It feels good to be good. Woo! Let me coach you? Coach you for $5. I punked the boys into thinking I didn't know what I was doing, and then comes a game, this is easy work. No!
Got reset,
5, 3, 0.
Oh my god. Oh, really?
Why are you complaining about
Because I hit the bullseye and it bounced off.
0?
Go.
No!
Bullseye.
Basically, I came in sleeping in practice, making these guys think that I didn't know what I was doing. And come game day, or game time, and boys got bodied quick. You know, ain't nothing changed. It's cheating. Blackjack competition was easy. I mean, I put a lot of work in at the hotel on the table, so I knew how to count to 21.
I just enjoyed like throwing the axe as hard as I could, getting a little bit of that anger out. We're currently 13th on the leaderboard at the Pro League, so coming second today was actually pretty good.
Even though I lost in throwing axe, I think I'm the best nader in the game.
Flowers from Cloud9 in real life, he choked, so yeah.
I was at 20. I was about to get second place, and I got reset and last place now. I couldn't come back. I couldn't clutch it up.
Feels good, boys. We stay on top. Oh, man.
Well, everyone, once again, the gas circle's closing in on us. So make sure to tune into Facebook every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific for more Pro League action. And catch us right here every week on The Drop.
Tonight on the H1Z1 Pro League pregame show, we are sprinting to the finish line here in final week of Split 1. And while Set to Destroy X sits atop the leaderboard with a solid lead, Rogue, TSM, and Echo Fox are within range of knocking them from the top spot. Another win with his Banana Blessing. And who will leave it all on the map and snag one of the top 5 spots? It's anyone's game. Plus, in a little bit, we'll sit down with our special guest, comedian Tom Green, who will be with us throughout the night. We've got all that and more as we welcome you to the Twin Galaxies Esports Center at Caesars Entertainment Studios in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip. I'm your host, Allison Hayslip, filling in for Christine Leahy, who is off tonight. This is the final match of Split 1 here in Week 10. As always, in just a few short minutes, 75 pro H1Z1 players will drop back into the map, finish out the first half of our season. Last week, yet again, we saw a stunted Set to Destroy X scoring just 3 points in round 1 and 6 in round 2. On the other side of the board, TSM blew us away with 26 points in round 1. Putting them into second place and just 2 points over Rogue in third. And if bragging rights for first place wasn't enough motivation, the Pro League announced this week that there is a $300,000 prize pool for Season 1. We'll get into the details a little later in the show. Needless to say, it should be a fierce battle as we head towards our finish line tonight in the inaugural H1Z1 Pro League season. Of course, bringing you all the action, analysis, and highlights, we have our casters Rich Campbell and Jason Burns. How's it going, guys?
It's going great, Allison. Thanks so much for joining us this week. I could not be more excited for this finale. How you feeling, Rich?
Whew, I'm all charged up. $300,000 as well. You know how much I love money. It's just unrefined sneakers, Jason. It's been a long and winding 10 weeks, but I'm ready to actually jump in tonight. And for those of you joining us for the first time, I don't know what you've been doing the past 9 weeks, but I do know one thing. I can tell you exactly how to follow along with all the intense Battle Royale action. So here's a quick refresher on how tonight's rounds are going to play out.
H1Z1 leads the Battle Royale competitive experience with Season 1 of the Pro League, live from Las Vegas. 15 teams of 5, yes, 75 players at once will drop into a massive 100 square kilometer map, each with the goal of eliminating all opposing teams and being the last team standing. The players start with nothing but the shirts on their backs, so they must scavenge for weapons, armor, and vehicles as a continuously shrinking toxic green gas encircles the map, forcing the players closer and closer to each other. Let's talk about scoring. The way to get points is by eliminating other players. Each player eliminated is worth a single point, with one awesome exception. Any player that scores a melee elimination, that is by fist or knife, will earn a whopping 10 points for the team. It's a big risk for a big reward. Of course, we'd be remiss not to give a nod to the survivalists out there. At the end of each round, teams will receive these multipliers based on how many teams they outlast. And remember, even a single surviving player can earn the bonus for his team. The points will add up round after round to determine the standings, with each team's score carrying over from the previous week. Each season is broken into 2 10-week splits. Over the course of the season, teams will fight to qualify for the championship, where one team will earn the right to call themselves the first ever H1Z1 Pro League champions.
Well, after 9 weeks of competitive matches building rivalries and non-stop fun, our audience may be asking themselves, what are the Pro Leaguers fighting for? Joining us right now is H1Z1 Government's Committee member and Tempo Storm teammate Candy Van to talk about all of that. Thank you for hopping up here with us, and let's break it all down. What is everybody going to be playing for tonight?
Everyone's going to be playing for 300K. It's 75K for the first split, 75K for the second split, and 150K for the championship.
That's a lot of doll hairs, Jason.
Yeah, I have a feeling the players are probably pretty excited about that. So you're part of the governance committee. So that, for everybody at home, for anybody that doesn't know, that is actually the overseeing governance committee that basically votes on what happens. So what kind of went into determining this change to the league with a $300,000 prize?
Pretty much we had our first governance committee meeting. It was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I went and consulted the players, and I was like, you know, guys, what's our list? What do we want changed? What do we want out of this league that we feel is missing? And the number one thing on that list, and the number one priority, was a prize pool.
Okay, so number one thing was a prize pool. I think that's a good change. I mean, esports is traditionally based all around prize pools, so it was kind of odd seeing and waiting to see what was going to go on with that, but all the players now have that, and we actually have a short explanation video that's going to break down how that prize pool works out.
The H1Z1 Pro League is raising the stakes of the first ever professional battle royale league once again by adding a $300,000 prize pool for the inaugural season. Teams are not only competing to be crowned the inaugural season champions, but also to take home some substantial money in the process. So how exactly will this prize money be distributed? At the end of each split, a total of $75,000 will be split amongst the top 5 teams, with first place taking home $35,000, second receiving $20,000, third $10,000, fourth $6,000, and fifth place taking home $4,000. The real fun comes in during this season finale, where a whopping $150,000 will be up for grabs. More on exactly how the season finale prize pool will be distributed coming in the near future. With prize money on the line, get ready for the enhanced ferocity of the final match of Split 1. It's time to drop back into the arena.
All right, TLDR, more money. My question for you now. You guys are all going to be competing for that money. Is there any added stress now? It's the final week, and now you can see at the finish line there's a giant sack of cash. Are people starting to get nervous?
I think everyone's a little bit taking it a lot more extremely, more or less. You can see it on Twitter. You can see everyone kind of talking crap. You got everyone kind of saying, oh, we're coming for that #1 spot, going to challenge STD and stuff. So it's definitely a little bit of added stress. You know, you throw a little bit of money on top, everyone gets a little bit jumpy.
It's kind of how the world works. Been slowly learning that throughout my life. But I want to thank you, Candyman, for hopping up here, and also I love that jersey.
Yeah, definitely love the jersey. Tempo did a great job with that.
Very, very good job indeed. I am going to steal that from you when the night is over. But we got to look right now who is the closest to nabbing that cash. Let's take a look at our leaders after 9 weeks of play. Set to Destroy X going to be up at the top still. How many weeks in a row has it been, Jason? I believe it's 10 minus 2 minus 1.
7.
7. Set to Destroy X. 7 weeks at that #1 position. 191 points going to do it for them. But we started to see the middle of the pack get closer and closer out for all of that cash. 155 points for Team Solomid, 153 for Rogue, and Echo Fox going to be there with 151 points. And honestly, the points between those 3 squads, almost negligible. They're really just gunning right now to try to take second or to try to take first. This portion, though, of our leaderboard, that's a little bit scarier.
Yeah, it starts gapping out a little bit more here as we get into the lower half of the teams so far for this split. Again, this is the first split, so we're playing for $75,000 tonight. There is going to be a second split, so these guys will have a second opportunity this season to prove themselves.
More money and more money, but we got to talk about Set to Destroy X just a little bit. It has been since week number 3 that they have been up on top of this leaderboard. The only other team in our league to ever hold that first place position is going to be Epsilon. They had it for week 1 and week number 2, but Set to Destroy X has not fallen yet. But one thing that I want to put in all of your minds, in case you're just watching right now for the first time, Jason, is it safe to say that they had a few slow weeks here?
They have. They've had a couple weeks. I believe it was last week or the week before. They only put up, I think, 9 points over 2 rounds. So there is an opportunity. The door is open for that to occur, and we have seen matches where teams have done in excess of 30 points in a single round. So if they put up 3 and 6 today, and another team, one of those 2nd through 5th teams, come through and they have 2 stellar standout matches, there's still an opportunity to take away that first spot.
That's just solid math there, Jason. Definitely something we need to think about. Neither am I. Neither am I. I don't know how we managed to keep our jobs. But one thing that I do want to say here is the team that put up some of those really high amounts of points, those high-scoring games, it was Set to Destroy X, too. Is there any team in particular that you look at tonight and go, all right, maybe they can catch up?
We've seen some really big point games out of Rogue. We've seen really big point games. Really, if you're in that top 5, you've put up some high point matches already. So Echo Fox, I mean, any of those guys in that top 5 have an opportunity to do it again.
Yeah, and that really is who we need to talk about here. What teams can knock out STDX? Which teams can get first place tonight? Jason, you kind of already mentioned some of those teams in that 155, 153 point area. 151, I believe, was the other value. So those top 3 teams vying for that position are definitely squads that we need to pay attention to tonight.
Yeah, so those are going to be TSM, Echo, Fox, Rogue. Those are the guys that are right there. They're definitely set up to possibly get this done. Top round score, 34 points from Set to Destroy in Week 5. So it's definitely possible for Rogue to have a phenomenal phenomenal performance like they did last week. 29 points in Week 6. Something magical could happen tonight. We could see the upset. We could absolutely see somebody capitalize on a poor performance if Set to Destroy does have one today. We could see somebody show up and upset them.
Well, that's kind of the thing. You know, I really did say it last week as well. You could kind of break up the teams into two categories. Teams that could do it by themselves and teams that needed Set to Destroy X to also perform poorly. But now, all of a sudden, we see some of those slow weeks, and you go, okay, maybe a few of these squads can grab it. But I want to take a second right now to look at a few of the fantastic performances from a few of the teams last week, including TSM, Echo Fox, and Gangstars. We are officially going to be awarding our Week 9 MVP title right now to none other than Rogues Vago. 7 eliminations coming out in week number 9, Jason.
7 eliminations. 3 assists. You know I love talking about assists. Assists show that you are a team player. You're not just getting the elim or the fun or doing some solo limbs. You're shooting with the team. So assists, I think, speak volumes, and I love seeing assists on the guys when they pull down MVPs. Vago elims, 3 assists. That's a great week.
And that was kind of the thing that we really saw from Rogue as a squad as well. Obviously, Vago going to be a key piece of that. But you look, and every time they're in the kill feed, not only are you seeing someone from Rogue pulling down the kill, but you're seeing that 30% assist coming in from someone on Rogue. They are all a well-oiled machine. They're able to just laser focus onto their target. But we have our MVP on the floor right now with Allison.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Week 9 MVP Rogues Vago. How's it going?
I'm pretty good.
I gotta let you know how much I appreciate your like slick hair move. Did you practice that?
No, that's like natural, basically.
Good. I love that. All right. So you were the highest scorer on your team. You contributed to Rogues 21 points to bump Epsilon out of second. What was your strategy going into that?
I mean, we have the same strategy since the beginning of the competition. We have been playing like that online for a long time. We just basically apply what we used to learn online.
And now it's really working.
It's working, of course, because it used to work really good before also.
Nice. So how does it feel to be the Week 9 title holder of MVP?
Feels really good.
Yeah?
Seems like my hard work paid off.
So a shout out to mom at home.
Yeah. Shout out to Piney.
There you go. So it's the final match of the split, and you're 36 points out of first. How do you guys feel your chances are of nabbing that first spot?
I mean, we have some strong chance to make it still. We have to win 2 games to catch up SGDX. But I feel like we're going to make it tonight.
Nice. I love that confidence. All right. Well, good luck tonight. At the top of the show, we teased our special guest comedian, Tom Green. He had an opportunity to spend some time with the players, so let's see how that went.
Welcome to Harrah's Casino. My name is Tom Green. I know you're some of the best video gamers in the world, but I hear that some of you may need a little help with your public speaking. Right now, I'm going to give you an example of how to do public speaking, okay? It's like this. You got to walk out with confidence, okay? Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to be doing some speaking today. I don't even know what to do, to be honest with you, now that you mentioned it. This is hard. This is actually a lot harder than I thought. The reason why I'm qualified to teach a public speaking course, I won the public speaking competition for my class in the 6th grade.
Tom Green definitely knows what he's doing. Like, he's been doing it for a really long time. He has like a really good like personality. Like, people like to like listen to him talk.
Buffalo, I want you to walk behind the curtain, and then I'm going to introduce you. And then I want you to come out here, and then I want you to talk to everybody for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Buffalo.
Hello, I go by Buffalo. My actual name's Garrett. I'm 18. I just graduated high school. I just moved to Vegas to play video games professionally.
45. You know what, let's start again. Move your arms around a lot while you're talking. Like that, like that. Like you watch rappers, you know? Hello, my name is Buffalo. I'm from Arkansas. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much.
I was definitely really nervous, but he gave me some like really good tips.
Here we go, let's try it one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a video game savant, Buffalo.
Hello, everybody. My name is Buffalo, and I play video games, and I'm from Arkansas.
That was pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's getting there. You do that like probably like 200,000 or 300,000 more times. Ladies and gentlemen from Miami, Florida, please put your hands together for Nightwalker.
How's it going, guys? My real name's Danny, but you can call me Nightwalker. I'm from Miami, Florida. It's very hot, but here it's just as hot, but there's no humidity, so my armpits literally drip, just like drip, drip, drip.
You swore a lot. I don't know if you know that you say a lot when you talk, but it may be a crutch. You know, you might just be sort of. It might be automatically. It's coming out of your mouth without thinking, so you maybe could swear a little less. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Anna. Oh.
I did a little fake fall just because I figured Tom would appreciate that.
The pratfall, the slapstick off the top, I enjoyed that.
Tom Green's a f***ing man. I love that man.
I also want to play this H1N1 swine flu game that you guys are playing.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of potential there. I think if these guys keep at it, maybe someday they'll actually be able to have the social skills of a 2-year-old.
I mean, if you're really interested in watching or playing H1Z1, you definitely have to check it out at the Pro League. I think that'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
It's right down the street.
Yeah.
I'm there. Amazing. Okay.
And I'm with him right now. We're so happy to have you here tonight, Tom.
It's amazing. This is amazing.
Yes.
Look at this. What an incredible, incredible thing.
Did you think you'd be sitting on a sexy white leather couch?
This is a nice couch.
I know, it's great.
What a set, though. Look at this. This is the center of the gamer universe.
I'm watching you, realizing how much you actually talk with your hands.
You see how
I feel like this is what I should be doing.
Yeah.
So, Tom.
No, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
So wait, so what brings you to Vegas, and why are you here at the Pro League finale?
So I am across the street doing stand-up. I have a residency at Harrah's Casino, and I do stand-up there every Sunday and Monday night. And I just thought I'd come over here and check out what you guys are doing. This is amazing.
Swing by, see what was happening in the large white tent.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens at the Split here. This is the Split, right?
So is this your first esports event?
This is the Split, right?
Yeah. You got the lingo down.
People know this is going to be who's going to come out on top, who's not. That's top of the Split.
That's exactly what we're going to find out
and
today.
H1N1 swine flu championships.
H1Z1. You were close.
It's not the swine flu championships?
No, it's like a zombie.
It's not about the virus, the swine flu?
Yeah,
okay, cool. Well, anyways, I'm excited about whatever it is that we're at.
Is this your first esports event?
It is. But I'm into video games. I've got an arcade Miss Pac-Man in my living room.
That's awesome. Keep it old school.
I'm going to start twitching with it.
You're going to start twitching with it?
Yeah, I actually have a Twitch as well.
Yes. Oh, there you go. You'll have to set a camera up on the arcade. You can't cast it from inside.
I'll hook up my security camera.
Yeah, someone will figure out how to do this for Tom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just saw your time with our pro players. You were teaching them how to do some public speaking. How do you think it went?
I thought it went pretty good. I had a great time hanging out with the guys, and honestly, like I said in the video, I just wanted to meet them so that they could help me out with my Twitch. And
you can help them out with their public.
Yeah, I'm going to set up my Twitch in a month or so once I get back from tour, and I'm going to set my Miss Pac-Man up and start twitching.
There you go. Just do it on a regular basis.
Yeah. So no, it's great to meet all the guys. It's just I'm just learning about this whole world right now.
Yeah.
Super excited to see what's going on here, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Right.
On the Split.
Is there something you're looking forward to seeing tonight in tonight's match?
I just want to see what it is and
just figure it out. What the swine flu game is about.
Yeah, I mean they've got beer over there. I've been drinking those. It's really
great.
good, and just kind of curious to see what it is and understand exactly where I am.
Yeah, just figure out how you ended up here.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Tom. I know you're going to be with us for the rest of the evening. We are excited to have you here with us for the Split 1 finale. Let's check back in with our casters who have taken their position in the skull.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Tom taught me a whole bunch about public speaking, so I'm ready to go here. here in a few minutes. But Allison, also really excited to have you on the show tonight. Anything that you are looking forward to seeing when we actually jump into games?
I mean, first off, I'm just really excited to be here for the finale. It's been awesome. I've been following along the split. I think there is going to be a knockdown drag-out fight for the top 5 for first, because that's been flipping the whole time. I have to say that I'm rooting for Set to Destroy X. Nothing against any of the other teams. They're all amazing, and they all clearly deserve to be here. But seeing Set to Destroy X's softer side and their team mentality last week kind of just got me right in the feels, you know? So I'm looking beyond their cocky personas tonight. Plus, they've been working hard for those wins all split long. And with their struggles the past 2 weeks, it would be kind of nice to see them rebound and walk away with a decisive victory.
Yeah, I mean, also, it's probably a safe choice to be sitting there with the team that's had first place for 7 weeks, I think we said. They're probably the most dominant team. The question is, will they be able to bring that intensity again tonight, or are we going to see the Set to Destroy X that we've seen the past 2 weeks, Jason?
I definitely think that they have the ability to go ahead and bounce it back. I'm not expecting to see them. You have good games. You're going to have good weeks, bad weeks. They're going to happen. They're definitely somebody that likes to finish strong. They like to take down wins. And we have guaranteed ways to win for the viewers at home.
We definitely do.
We got a few skin codes that are going to go out tonight. You've got 3 opportunities. The first one we're going to kick this off with. You can log into H1Z1 and claim the code UNDERCOVERFACE. Get yourself that amazing H1Z1 Pro League bandana.
And make sure to do it quick before the code runs out. So you got to jump into the game right now, enter that in. But Jason, we are going to be giving several codes out throughout the night, but this is my favorite part. Time to get the best players in the world coming out onto this stage. Ladies and gentlemen of Vegas, can we make some noise for the 75 best players in the world representing the best 15 teams? First out the gates going to be LG, followed up by Obey Alliance. Jason, these are teams that are fighting to take down Set to Destroy X, trying to end their reign of first place.
Yeah, and they had Rogue coming up right behind them. One of the teams that's up there in contention to possibly take down first. Echo Fox coming on stage, another team that's set up. There's quite a few, even all the way down to 6th, 7th place. There's still some teams that can definitely shake that up, and we'll have to see how the money works out tonight. There's a lot of teams that have a chance of this.
You know, one of the first things I had to ask Candyman, is there added pressure tonight? We announced $300,000 to all these players. It's got to be going through their minds. You know, we get to see those heart rates quite a bit throughout the matchups. I expect to see some heart rates that are going to break records that we have seen before, Jason. But we are going to get everything set up right now for that first round of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. Week 10 starts when we return.
My strength in H1Z1 is definitely how fast I adapt to things.
My play style, I can slay out, but at the same time I can support my teammates if I need to.
I'm a smart player. I'm not a killer or a slayer. I use my brain to take the advantage of the other opponent.
Shotgun is usually where it's at for me.
Make sure I'm the one calling out what we need to do, being that guy on the team that is there for everyone.
I've walked this road since the start. Alone. One step ahead of death. There may be safety in numbers, but in the end, I go my own way. Remorse is not an option.
Biggest weakness in H1Z1, being aggressive.
I think my weakness in H1Z1 is the aim. I'm not the best aim.
It's the gut feeling that I like to go for, and if I don't go for the gut feeling, something wrong happened.
I am always looking to improve myself as a player. I'm a bit of a perfectionist.
Fighting with shotguns.
Not playing enough.
Being too aggressive.
I get angry very easy.
My biggest weakness would definitely be solos.
I tend to overanalyze a little bit.
Driving cars. I hate driving cars.
Hey gamers, if you missed out on last week's match, here's what happened. Team Solo Mig climbing the leaderboard with a vengeance. TSM took round 1 handily with 24 points. TSM came into the competition favored to win, and after weeks of watching STDX reign, they are inching their way to that top spot.
Sheesh, going to be able to take out Nastical. I can see the future!
Echo Fox had a strong round 2, but Gangstars landed the round with 16 points. Stars, they close out the end of that round.
They close out really well played by Gangstars.
Set to destroy X, stunted in week 9, with only 3 points in round 1 and 6 in round 2. Ouch! Call 911! Yahtzee! Ouch! Hey guys, look out! There goes the helmet. The action was intense this week, and if you like this, be sure to go check out the H1Z1 Facebook page.
At last, it's arrived. An H1Z1 Pro League.
It feels amazing to be part of the Pro League because only top 75 players make it into this league.
This has been pretty much the dream ever since I started competitive gaming, and now it's actually happening.
This is my hard work paid off.
It was an opportunity that I could not refuse. It was something that I've been working for my whole life.
This was a dream come true.
It's pretty exciting.
I mean, I think playing on Caesars, it's incredible, honestly.
The stage, the atmosphere.
It's just a surreal experience.
When you get to the end, you either come out on top or you get sent home.
Welcome back, everyone. It's a beautiful night here in Las Vegas, and we are live at Caesars Entertainment Studios, mere moments away from round 1 of tonight's H1Z1 Pro League matchup. Come to Las Vegas to cheer on your favorite team and book with H1Z1 Pro League for a 10% discount on your room rate at the Rio. I'm your host, Allison Hayslip, filling in for Christine Leahy, and we are so glad you are joining us. We've had an exciting split all season long, and tonight is no exception. And I don't think they're about to let anyone bowl them over, so keep an eye on them for some big plays. But for now, let's head over to our casters for the final showdown, who'll be guiding you through all the fast-paced Battle Royale action H1Z1 has to offer.
That is right. I am all charged up, ready to crown a champion of this first split. My name is Rich Campbell, and I am joined by the seductive, alluring, chiseled Jason Burns. But before we let this handsome devil say anything, I want to give a shout out to something equally as attractive. Robots, Cold Hard Machines. Our official hardware sponsor, Republic of Gamers, gave us 75 rigs that we have ran this entire tournament off of. Republic of Gamers, we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for the H1Z1 Pro League.
And throughout the split, there have been a few standout slayers. These guys aren't just ones to watch out for on a good night. They have performed strength for strength every match. It's been very interesting watching them so far. We've got a few of them up on screen for you guys to check out. These are some of our slayers throughout the match. We've got Doug is Raw leading the way right now with 37, 4 set to destroy. Riki, G, Sloth, and Apex Shay all showing up big for their teams as well.
Doug is Raw, obviously one you need to pay attention to. 37 eliminations, pretty incredible. Sloth, though, and Echo Fox, a squad I definitely want to pay attention to, Jason. 32 eliminations from Sloth, and I actually bumped into Sloth before we even started the show tonight, and he was like, hey, look, we can really do it now. We're back in the range to do it. We've kind of flown under the radar, but if you remember, they're in that bubble of teams that is right there, that 153 to 151 death ball that we have on our leaderboard. And with that, you got to know that some rivalries have been brewing. Let's hear from the players who they're out to get.
There was a little pressure coming in this last week, just in case we choke, but we're confident. We've held this lead for a while.
We've had some bad weeks coming into this last week, so we're definitely looking to step it up a notch.
We have a chance to finish first overall.
Obviously, everyone wants to do as best as they can.
So we definitely have to do our best to keep second place.
We were at the second place for the longest time, and now we're down to fifth after last week, so we have to do good this week. We have to.
We are in 6th place currently, and we are hopefully trying to push into the top 5.
All these teams that are in our way right now, we don't even sweat on them. We're just going to continue to do our game.
At the end of this finish line, I feel like we're going to be top 3.
Now that we're at the finish line, we know we're going to take second place back.
Sounds a little tilted, let's just say. They haven't been performing recently.
Echo Fox, trash. Nothing really much to say about them. They got lucky. It's not going to happen.
I know we can beat TSM. We beat them before.
Took us a while to get here, but now that Echo Fox is at the finish line, we'll definitely finish first overall tonight.
We most definitely deserve to be in top 5. We deserve to be number 1, and we're going to prove that today.
They could have a blowout week, but I still think it's a little too late for anybody.
All right, and round number 1 is about ready to get underway. But first, for the people at home, this is what the teams are looking at in-game. They are selecting their spawn locations, grid of the map. Each spot is a different spawn location. Most of these teams have gone ahead and picked their locations pretty regularly, the exact same spots. One of the big things to note, though, I was talking with Set to Destroy beforehand, they said some teams have been trying to either land or mirror them off spawn in some of the warm-up matches. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if that strategy makes its way into the live match.
Hey, one of the squads that we've seen do it in the past was Gangstars, and yes, maybe they didn't get the most points, but it definitely threw off Set to Destroy X. But we are ready to jump down into the first round of the night in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The 75 best players in the world are now dropping down with nothing but the clothes on their back, and those clothes look pretty gosh darn good. If you want to pick them up for yourself, you can do it in that store for $19.99 each. Don't forget to rep your favorite team. And Jason, which team is going to take the whole thing home tonight?
You know, I don't want to do the caster's curse on a question like that
it's
at
not
all.
A curse.
I mean, it could be. I mean, I'm praising one but cursing the others when I do, and I refuse to answer that question, Rich.
I blessed a squad last week.
You blessed them with a banana prediction? There's a question. Did TSM have the bananas today?
I didn't see any bananas for anyone. So
potassium levels are at an all-time low. I'm a little worried.
You know, I can't see the future this week, but you know what I can see?
Our
Rogue
MVP.
Off to a pretty good start here. Rogue going to have that top car right off of the start. Definitely want to have that. And also, this is oddly similar to the ring that we saw coming out last week, but it is going to be pushed over slightly more to the west. Does that mean less playable area for these guys?
It absolutely does. Anytime we have the circle go off the edge of the map, we're losing playable space, which is condensing that first circle, making it a tighter fit, which means there's less spots for these teams to go ahead and get the safe spots. So there's less spots for them to go ahead and grab.
Yeah, definitely, but you got to be thinking about all the things that you can grab. And if you want to do it in style right now, folks, you can enter for your chance to get a Republic of Gamers backpack in-game skin code. Already they supplied us with every single rig that we needed to get this tournament going. Now they're trying to supply you with some swag. You can say absolutely whatever you want in the Facebook chat. You can talk about anything you want, from bananas to Doug is Raw, and ultimately that is going to be enough to enter you into the running. We are going to Facebook DM the winner with that code, so make sure that you are talking in that chat.
It's a solid backpack. I like to rock that skin myself. It's actually the skin I rock in game.
I actually rock it as well.
Yeah, it's a good looking one.
It's definitely is. I think we got it a little bit early too. We got it back in Sweden.
I think we Sweden or Atlanta. We got it at one of them, but it was definitely an awesome skin. I'm a big fan of any of the red and black skins, which is why I like all the Pro League skins as well.
Very sleek. right, now we're going to see Doug Israel also getting an additional vehicle for Set to Destroy X's Caravan. And before we actually saw that safe zone, the question that I was about to ask you, Jason, is what exactly are these players looking to pick up right now? For anyone who hasn't been following along, what are they trying to acquire moving on to the mid portions of the game?
They're looking for a shotgun for those close range engagements. They're looking for scrappable items like backpacks and helmets so that they can make themselves some armor, get the resources for that. Looking for vehicles. Most of them got their vehicles on landing. Then you're going to want an AR for AR or AK, whatever your preference is for long range. And then a couple players are probably going to carry some magnums to go ahead and eliminate vehicles. And then last but not least, throwables. As many and every single one you can get. You definitely want smokes, but as many throwables as you can possibly get your hands on.
Going to throw a quick spotlight on the magnums as well. I think that's one of the things, if you're playing a lot of H1Z1 at home, that might catch you off guard. One of the main reasons that we do see our pros rocking the magnums is to true through vehicles just like the police car on your screen right now. It becomes so important in that war of attrition that becomes the mid game. You want to take away anything that can help your enemy survive. Magnums do a great job of that. But speaking of a resource war, Yogi going to be popping out here for LG. What do you think is going to be inside of this crate?
Not sure. It could be a hunting rifle. Could just be the armors, and he goes ahead and gets one, throws the other one on the ground so that he can get it for his teammate. Going to be able to grab both of those. He's going to grab both armors. It doesn't look like he's got... Did he drop a gun? No, the hunting rifle is not there. I thought he was going back to grab a hunting rifle. He's going to go ahead and get in for free. Doesn't even need to use a smoke nade to cover himself. Just out in the open, grabs it. Nobody challenges him for it. So that's going to be a free two-hit lammies for them.
And that was the thing. I wasn't sure if he was smiling because of that actual loot that he's pulling out of there, or if he's just nobody. Yeah, completely uncontested. He didn't even need to invest a smoke to grab that. Usually we'll see a player at least drop a smoke. They're not going to get shots that are going to be too accurate on him if they can't see them while they're actually firing. But there, he gets it for absolute free, gets to hold on to resources even longer, and gets more in his back pocket.
Yeah, so C9 was driving by. I thought we might see C9 take a look at it, but they didn't even scoff at it. They didn't stop. They didn't even look that direction. I think they were just so focused on getting to their rotation that they didn't want to slow down. They wanted first to zone, and we can hear the bomb plane coming through right now. I don't think they're close enough to the airdrop. Doesn't look like they're going to get hit. So Echo Fox is going to be able to in the line of the bomb plane, but not in the drop zone.
I got two questions. Like, really, I mean, we look at the fact that C9 doesn't contest there, and the bigger question that I have, with a game that's starting off this slow as well, with no kills coming through, do you think maybe the $300,000 now that we were talking about a little bit earlier is going to affect these early fights? Oh, eat my words! All of a sudden, it's going to be Vitality popping out here, unloading a couple of shots into Obey Alliance. You can see Lifted in Class going to get tagged up there for a second, but most of the damage that's going to be done there going to be to the vehicles. That is important. Now we're going to see this Jeep get tagged up for Vitality. They want to get out of Dodge. They want to get out of this early engagement.
Yeah, we're definitely saying that there wasn't going to be any the early game fights. As soon as you do that, that's the caster curse. That's we say things and things just happen,
it's a blessing.
And that's why we can't.
It's all about perspective.
I guess it's a blessing for us. Our side, I like it. Their side, they definitely don't like it.
Bless them again. But ultimately here, the question that I do have for you, when we're looking at this safe zone, what does it telegraph to you? We always say that there's a flavor to each safe zone. Right now, it seems like the flavor is going to be these engagements. Sloth putting out a couple shots here. It is Tempo Storm on the chopping block. Candyman, who's actually the one from the governance committee that made those announcements tonight. He's going to eat a couple of bullets, but he is going to be safe for now with the rest of Tempo Storm. All of them looking very good in those jerseys for tonight. Harada, once again, in another engagement here. This one's going to be even longer range, and there's that Magnum. It's almost like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, he's going to bust out that Magnum and go for those shots. And you were asking about what does this safe zone dictate. A lot of this right now, because it's off the side of the map, dictates that there's a ton of cover on the west side of the map in terms of trees, ridges, mountains. There's a lot of space for people to go ahead and get safe. Teams like Set to Destroy and LG have decided to take things like POIs into account, and they're going to go ahead and stop at like the gas station. We're using our amazing caster vision here and checking the map. Well, you guys cannot see them, but Set to Destroy going to end up taking the gas station safe spot right across the lake from them. It's going to be Luminosity. So some of these teams are looking for POI locations to go ahead and use for the safe zone.
Is this a little bit different than what we typically see where teams attempt to get centered?
Dead center is basically salty tier lake, so it's a little off center. Most of these teams right now are sitting somewhere to the north or the west side of center. Set to Destroy, though, actually one of those teams that's sitting out on the east side of the center of the safe zone, so they might be able to make a later rotation in. They need to find a way to go around the lake and not have to cut through it, though.
An off-center, off-meta safe zone is what we're going to get here to kick off the final week of split number 1. The question is, which team is going to adapt the best? Ultimately, we've seen that Set to Destroy X has been one of the most consistent teams in the league. We know how important consistency really does need to be for a Battle Royale. Every zone going to require different things from our squads. Who's best prepared for this one?
Can't determine who's best prepared for this one yet. I think
rhetorical. You can say whatever you want, man.
I'm going to answer anyways. I'm choosing to answer rhetorical questions and to avoid actual questions today.
All right, cool. I like that. A little bit of your own supersonic flair. We're going to see Reptar Flare as well, putting out a few of those long-range shots. Not going to connect here. Yeah, they're really awesome. I think I saw Frodan rocking them first at the beginning of the month, and now seeing them wear them for Pride up on the main stage. Definitely respect it. Definitely need to pick me up one.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to grab one of those. I love seeing that for Pride Month here, and Tempo Storm did a great job with those jerseys, so shout out to the guys that made that. Who is their jersey sponsor? I'm wondering who designed that, so shout out to the designer of it as well.
I'm not going to answer that rhetorical question because I have no idea, but Reptar is also a player that we need to be paying attention to. He's one of our top slayers in this league, as we do see the circle start to collapse on in. Gangstar is going to be that squad, and this is actually a squad that I highlighted as well, Jason, because we knew that they really did like to get some of those odd contests early on, actually drop in and try to instigate other teams into these early fights. It didn't work out for them, but it also resulted in some bad weeks for our boys on Set to Destroy X, and it seems like no one actually challenged Set to Destroy X, so this may bode well for Set to Destroy.
Yeah, nobody challenging them, but they basically got to get eliminated first here and get 0 points or another 9-point week, while one of these second through fifth place teams has just an amazing breakout 2 games to overtake that first place. It is possible, but the odds are stacked against it.
All right, Jason, big thing that we have to note here is we hear absolutely no gunfire. We don't see anything going on in the kill feed. All right, once again, the second I say something, they have to prove me wrong. But the big thing to note here, all 75 of our players still going to be up. All 15 teams still looking healthy. Who will be the first to fall? Real estate gonna start getting tight here, and it's Flowers who just starts getting ripped to shreds here. He may be the first one to fall as well, and you're gonna see Melander going to be the one to take him out. Huge help from FJ there. 69% of the damage done gonna be there from FJ, and that is going to be Flowers out first. Cloud9 going to suffer the first casualty, and we know how dangerous Epsilon has been in the past. They were the only other team besides Set to Destroy X who has been able to claim the title of first place. They did it for 2 weeks back to back. Now they have fallen out of graces all the way to 5th. Can they come out with the miracles here? This first kill going to get them on the path.
They absolutely can if they can keep up shots like that. Hitting those shots at that range with the moving vehicle, elevation changes. There was a lot that went into that. Let's actually take another look at that elimination really quick here. So we can see Balin and the team trying to get these shots in, and you can see the elevation change there as he hits the ground. So he's midair in that vehicle when they got that hit. Being able to track and account for bullet lead and drop, that was an amazing shot.
You need binoculars to be able to hit this, but this is going to be a close-range engagement. Not many people will make it out fully. You can see that the throwable's going to be invested all the way. It is going to be Alliance, though. They don't want to jump into this fray all the way. They don't want to go for the 50-50 play. They do not want to try to breach with shotgun. Shades going to have his body armor ripped off, and you can see right now, Drop may be in a position to pinch. Gangstars starting to back off just a little bit. You can see them inside of those vehicles trying to get away. Flanker not going to be healthy yet. Neither is Beast. They want to get the hell out of this situation. We're going to see Casper get taken down from that squad. It is going to be that Molotov that takes him out as well. This is not looking good for Gangstars.
No, Gangstar is getting forced off of a spot and having to rotate. You never want to be forced out of your location and forced into a rotation because your cars are going to get lit up. You're going to get lit up on your way out. You're also going to get lit up as you start to try to find that next location. You can see almost every one of these cars, or every one of these cars, is smoking pretty badly. So they're maybe going to get one more rotation out of those vehicles as this circle continues continues to go ahead and shrink, but it's going to be rough for them. And it also looks like we may have caught the second kill of the game. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. That's going to be Jeesh with that Magnum, as we talked about earlier in the game, getting the car explosion. So the last car for Gangstars actually got completely destroyed.
Yeah, that is definitely a little bit rough, and it seems to be a theme here. One explosion at least per every match. Team Solomid going to come out on top of that engagement. They're going to be tied now with Epsilon. 73 players still do remain, and space is going to be one of the hottest commodities here. Everybody pretty much done their looting phase now, Jason, as we start to see this second ring getting all closed in. We are going to start seeing people fall off like flies.
Yeah, once we get in about 1 or 2 more circles here, probably one more, we'll start seeing the kill feed start going off. This is one of those ones where we have a lot of people up in. Oh, and there's a big one. So 2 of the players off of Echo Fox, Prox, and Pineapples going to get eliminated there on that double play. So that was one of those teams in that top 5. Echo Fox being down 2 bodies, that's rough going into this first match.
Reptar on an absolute rampage, going to be able to pull down 2 of them. We talked about how much of a slayer he has been for the team, but I got a fun fact for you.
Okay.
You know who voiced Reptar in Rugrats?
No.
Busta Rhymes.
Mind blown.
And like Busta Rhymes, Reptar said, give me some more. Grab 2 of those kills there. We are going to see Tempo Storm now take first place on your screen. And once again, they're going to be able to pull down another one. Off screen, they're going to be able to take down Crank. And you can see that Prodigy Aces was trying to get in there, trying to help, but that pinch is still going to profit Tempo Storm.
So Echo Fox getting pinched between the 2. This is a really rough spot for them. They're down to 2 bodies. Sweet Dream Sloth, last one's left alive. Looks like Sweet is barely hanging on by a thread, and Reptar going to finally go down. Set to Destroy has gotten themselves all the way into this fight. They're getting engaged on the backside of Tempo Storm, taking out Reptar, that Slayer that we were just talking about. He's now gone. Tempo Storm down, their top Slayer.
He did some of his work, but somebody who needs to do work right now is going to be none other than Sloth. Heart pounding right now, as you can see, and he's looking straight down at Set to Destroy X, and he is not looking so good. Sweet Dreams going to be the only other member from a squad up. They need to see what they can do, but it looks like they are on the way out. Set to Destroy X, hungry for the points, going to throw out that gas, gonna rip off the helmet, and they are just going to send him packing. And that was one of those players that I said we needed to watch. I believe he's, what, the third, that had the third most eliminations headed into this week, and now he's going to be taken out and pretty much deleted. Is going to be, actually 100% deletified, is going to be Echo Fox, 0 points. They were one of those squads in that clump of teams with around 150 points, and now if you are any team that's looking at first place, you have a huge grin on your face because you know Echo Fox is walking off the stage with their heads in their hands. This is looking bad for them.
Yeah, it's a rough first match. They're definitely a team that can bounce back in game number 2, but they're going to need a giant game number 2. They're going to need to play that very aggressive.
Well, if they want to get first place, they pretty much need a melee kill, which we still haven't even seen this season. So that round 2 would need to be massive. They would need to pull something down like 50 points while we see Set to Destroy X get absolutely 0. And we already see Set to Destroy X with 2. They're going to try to be moving into that 10th place at the very least. That's going to get them a multiplier of 1.25. They move into 5th. They'll get a multiplier of 1.5. And they move into 2nd. They'll get 2. But we are going to see Aladdin get that first kill on the kill feed. And we're still going. Gabusman going to get his body armor ripped off here, Jason. He already got a kill. Now he's going to be able to get that back on. He's looking straight at Aladdin, and he is trying to send him home. Another body armor gets ripped off from Gabusman. Definitely losing a lot of resources, but they are getting kill after kill. The 3 players that are still up for Noble have been able to trade out very efficiently. Now it's going to be Riki who takes out Mig.
Yeah, Riki going to get an elimination there with the Magnum. Magnum definitely being a big weapon and making big plays here so far in this first round of today's match. Noble down 2 bodies already. They're basically just trading out. So Obey loses somebody, Noble loses one, and they're just trading bodies with them right now. This really isn't getting either one of them anything.
Yeah, but Riki in the forest with the Magnum, and your guess was as good as mine, but he's able to take down Fretzes as well. Now Aladdin going to be able to take down Spirits. Here's this trade that we continue to talk about. Gabusman going to be in the smoke that's going to keep him shrouded for just a few seconds here, but he's not safe, not yet. Chance going to be able to find another one. Another trade still coming in, and they're just eluding each other. Yes, they're getting points, but ultimately, if you're a few of these teams that have been hanging out on the top, you're loving this kill feed. It is like the best show ever for you as you just watch this ticker tape parade of death, knowing that you're inching up further and further on the leaderboard because these points are not going to make it into multiplier range as we see Obey Alliance standing on their last two legs of Aladdin and Crossover.
I think it's a great point that you just made. So we're watching the teams that are outside of the running eliminate each other. If you're at the top and you're set to destroy and you're watching these teams that typically the other teams would be getting points off of, there's no points. If these guys all eliminate each other, that's great for them. The less people for other ones to get points, it basically just makes it even for them. Another car on fire. We're going to see that thing blow up in just a second. And the kill feed is absolutely going off. Aladdin going to find that elimination onto Chance from Noble. I do believe that's going to eliminate that team. Vitality now going to find 2 kills. And Jeesh going to take down Beast. Flanker also going down. TSM making a hard push onto Gangstars.
I mean, right now, if you're one of the top teams, you're cracking open a cold one. You're just enjoying the show. We're in our top 10. All of these teams have already achieved a 1.25 multiplier to any kills that they pull down. TSM going to be able to pick up another kill here. Already Tempo Storm, Noble, C9, Fox, and Gangstars going to be eliminated, and now we start to see the Titans waking up. Epsilon going to be awoken from their nap. They start pulling down kills. Then we see Set to Destroy X pull some. Liam, that car is on fire. Be careful, buddy. It might pop at any moment. Huskers going to use that Magnum to take down Chipsy. It is a bloodbath, Jason. Doug is raw. Now going to find one onto Howie. Only one member left for Vitality. And now we just see all of those top teams. They say it looks safe. They all got 5 members. They all have about 4 points as well. It is going to be Obey Alliance, so out in the front, we're going to see another one come in from Aladdin. He's the last one up for this team. Yes, he has those 6 points. Yes, they're in multiplier range, but how far will they be able to go with just Aladdin to rely on? CLG completely healthy as we see the storm subside for just a second here. It starts to calm down. Dropped going to be able to pull down another kill, but now we're going to see people really start to try to take position here.
Yeah, so CLG currently taking that fight against Rogue. Rogue down 2 bodies so far. TSM, the one that's going off probably the most out of our top teams currently, sitting in second. Drop, going to get dropped really low there. Almost goes down. Able to hang on just by the thread there. Ooh, he's going to be able to get away. But TSM being the one that's probably doing the most action so far out of those guys in the top 5. They're getting eliminations, and it looks like they want it.
Sky's the limit for them right now. Like you said, they still do have all their members drop. Should be able to heal up here. And the thing is, it looks like they should make it into top 5. Now all of a sudden it's not looking like that's a guarantee for CLG as we start seeing Epsilon rip them to shreds. Flamehopper going to be taken down. Nowhere to hide there, buddy. Nightwalker not going to look good either. Grimmy Bear, Calzy, and Dive PS looking for these fights, but ultimately it is looking terrifying. We are seeing Set to Destroy X and Epsilon go off as well. All 5 members, they need to catch up to TSM. CLG needs to hide behind this tree. Will it be enough? FJ going to find Riki off screen. Now it's Benny Boy with another 2-piece, deleting CLG and trying to climb up to that top 5. CLG calls he doesn't have anyone to call for help here. It's only going to be Nightwalker, and you can see he's not in a great position. He has that gas to keep him up for now, but that zone denial not going to last long.
Yeah, so Calzy now looking for a nade throw. That's going to be wide, though. Nobody over there. He finds a couple players on Epsilon, gets some shots in, but he's going to be getting some shots in the back. And while that fight was going down, Rogue did get eliminated. So Rogue, our third-place team, is now out of it. TSM still in with 5. Set to Destroy still in with 5. TSM currently making up ground, but Set to Destroy does have 6 eliminations so far.
You do not want to be the next team to fall. Any team that makes it into that top 5 gets a better multiplier on the kills that they pull down. They will get 1.5. If you are Obey Alliance, you want Aladdin to be hiding wherever on earth he can. Calzy going to lose the helmet, instantly gets another one on, but he is looking like he could just be torn apart like soft bread. And we are going to see it is just Aladdin still up here. He's inside of the smoke. He's trying to hold on for top 5. How long will he be able to stay concealed? Will another squad be able to find him, send Alliance packing, and ensure themselves that multiplier? We are going to see Blank take out Nightwalker, so now we have 2 teams. Staying up with just 1, we're going to see Impact Gaming with 2. And then we got some of the best teams in the world hanging out right now. It's Set to Destroy X, 7 weeks of first place. Epsilon, 2 weeks of first place. And TSM, one of those rising stars with 10 points. They're all going to have every single member alive. I don't think we've ever seen 3 teams in such a dominating position at the very end of our match. And you can hear that sound. Gas going to be spreading.
Yeah, gas going to be spreading, which is going to be really bad for Calsey. He's right at the edge of the gas. It's probably going to force him to move just a little bit here. Set to destroy now in, getting an elimination onto FJ off of Epsilon. Blood Inferno going to get taken down by Calsey, so Calsey from that side does find an elimination. Epsilon in the gas, very low.
No.
They lose another body. Another one drops down. Melander, Radarn, last two left alive for Epsilon. They are dropping.
For Epsilon.
It is shambles indeed, and Set to Destroy is the one coming in to clean it up. Blank going to get involved though, takes out Doug is Raw. Our lead slayer for the season is out of the match. Set to Destroy though, still putting the hurt onto Epsilon. Carta now taking out Aladdin. It's down to 2. We've got Set to Destroy with 4, 5 up for TSM. First place versus second place at the end of round number 1.
Oh my goodness, if I'm TSM, I am so pissed right now at Epsilon for not clutching up there, because now they are just 1 point separated from Set to Destroy X, but they're going to have the man advantage. Will it be enough? We see the standoff between our two squads now.
Yeah, TSM's definitely got the advantage here. They've got the body advantage. They've also got the spread right now. If they continue to get this spread going, they'll end up getting around the side, and Set to Destroy will get pinched in and not have an angle to get out. Now the throwables coming out from Jeesh as he grabs those and starts trying to get them down and keep them stuck in that corner against the gas. So TSM now lining it up. Jeesh trying to find the shot onto Prodigy Ace. He's going to find the helmet. Helmet off. Prod stays in. Going to go down. Now Anna tries to step up, and it looks like he's going to rotate out.
This could be one of the most important gunfights of the entire season as we see Anna just get taken out. If we see Set to Destroy X pull this out, they only have 1 player left. TSM looking absolutely dominant. This may allow us to enter the next round knowing that Set to Destroy X still can be taken out of this. TSM all of a sudden has their sights on the throne, and they are looking to snuff out Set to Destroy X in this game. Stop a little in the gas, trying to deny that kill. He will choke out, deny the point, but the 2x multiplier goes to TSM.
Yeah, that was nuts to watch the end there. He basically had to stay perfectly hidden behind a tree and let the gas eliminate him. They cannot get a hit. If they get a hit on him right before the gas hits, the kill's still going to go to TSM.
And that's worth 2.
Yeah, and that's worth 2. So he goes ahead and he's able to ride that one out, luckily, and stay out of it. But the multiplier comes into play. Team Solo Mid, 28. They make up 13 points onto Set to Destroy. Set to Destroy has a bad second match, and Team Solo Mid can do at or a little bit better than this. They have a chance at it.
I can't say how huge that was. TSM, that gunfight made them a real competitor to take down first place. I would be a little bit pissed off still that you see the other team not clutch up against Set to Destroy X. You really need Epsilon to step up big there. Imagine if Epsilon manages to do a little bit of damage in that. Set to Destroy X is a little bit weaker, and then TSM picks up those points. Then you see the 5th place team all of a sudden catch up. You see a bad performance from the other squad, but ultimately TSM still, even without relying on another team, is able to get some serious work done, and now we have a real show on our hands. It comes down to the wire in week number 10, even though for 7 weeks we have seen Set to Destroy X just sitting atop their throne. Let's take a peek at some of the moments that made for this crazy night, Jason.
Yeah, so we're going to see this opening elimination onto Flowers. Some great long-range shots out of Epsilon as they take down the first elimination. Shell Shock off of TSM. Going to find that second elimination on another car. So both first 2 eliminations, one rip out of a car, and then another one was a car explosion. Player there trying to stay out of the way. Prod making a play, though, come around that corner, able to get him, and then Aladdin holding on forever for his team.
I mean, holding on there, definitely a wise thing to do. When you want to start getting into the multiplier range, you know that you can't do that much damage solo, but this is just so crazy to see how this actually went down. I can't stop saying how nuts tonight already has been, because, folks, you got to keep in mind, we start to see the middle of the pack just chew each other up, and then all of a sudden the top teams just go, wait, this is just a playground for us, and that's ultimately why we see this final engagement play out the way that it does. And Set to Destroy X can definitely be happy, but they cannot rest easy. TSM is out for blood, and it is possible. They can do it here tonight. We could see. They would only...
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, Set to Destroy's got to be really happy when they're seeing those types of eliminations going on, but TSM, with that number of points, that's a big point jump. That puts them in the running.
I want to hear from TSM right now. We got Allison down on the floor. Let's hear what this team has to say.
Awesome. Guys, I'm here with Dropped. Fantastic round. 28 points for your team. That's amazing. How are you feeling right now?
Great, honestly. Just That's all I can say. Great.
Yeah.
I'm pretty speechless.
Now, was the announcement that money became involved in this tournament any effect on how you guys came in playing today?
Yeah, for sure. Because when you're playing with, like, there's certain people, when you're playing with money on the line, they get more nervous, while our team, when there's money on the line, we just are that much hungrier to play and win.
Nice, and that's clearly what took effect in this round, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you guys feel like you can continue this momentum into the second round?
Oh, 100%, yeah. We're going to go out and win the next one. And who knows, if STDX plays bad, we might get first. I don't know.
Ooh, yep, that's a chance right now. How you feeling about that?
Really good.
Yeah?
Really confident, yeah.
Nice. You guys got a strategy for this last thing?
Just the same strategy we always play with, yeah.
It seemed to work.
Yeah.
So stick with what works, right?
100%, yeah.
Well, congratulations. I'll let you go get ready for round two. Rich and
Thank
Jason,
you.
back to you guys.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the crazy thing is, though, we kept talking about this last week. At least I know I rambled on about it quite a bit. The idea of who really can control their own destiny, who can just perform well and not need to rely on another team doing poorly, and also who can believe in the power of bananas. The potassium prophecy still very much lives. But I will say that ultimately now we kind of see TSM move into a position where they can gain enough ground even if Set to Destroy X does well. So that win going to come down to the wire, but you know what is a guaranteed win? You can jump into H1Z1 right now, enter the code that's about to pop up on your screen and get yourself some free swag. My space and I can't read.
My spandex hype.
Yeah, that. Type that in for the leggings.
For the leggings, I mean, spandex, is that one of the things that actually doesn't make it into your wardrobe?
I actually own a few pairs of spandex.
I believe it.
You should, because it is 100% true. But you know what else you need to believe? We got a champion of Versus the World. We've been talking about this tournament throughout the entire Pro League, and now we are going to see one team standing at the top. But before we announce who that is, you guys should probably pick up all the jerseys for all the squads.
Yeah, so you get all the squads jerseys, the Broys, Easy Clap, Team 5 Head. I'm missing one.
You are missing one.
Why am I missing one? My brain's shutting down on me. I'm going to fail completely, and I'm sorry to that person, but
very sorry indeed. But they weren't the winner because Easy Clap was
Easy Clap
ultimately
took
the one that
down.
was able to take it down. but right now, we want to hear what everyone learned from their experience.
The Versus the World tournament was very team building.
It was really fun to be a part of.
It was a little bit more overwhelming than I expected it to be honest.
It was a lot of fun. It was awesome to watch.
I took the captain approach of being, okay, we're getting into this, guys. We're going to give this our all.
It's just more intense than I expected it to be.
It was a lot more responsibility than I think I originally acknowledged it to be.
I'm not a very great captain. I'm just more of like a fragger, but what didn't go so well.
I would say the passion that I see behind the people that are trying to put into this, it's an exciting thing to see.
It was cool to be a part of it. The Pro League kids work so hard.
H1Z1's like one of the hardest shooting VRs ever.
The H1Z1 Pro players have a much harder journey than I thought they would have.
So there was a moment in the tournament where I would say my team got in a gunfight where it unfortunate casualty.
The car exploded and it killed me.
I didn't realize at the time that when you left click, it just throws it. I thought I could hold it and I could kind of time it, and I just threw it and I just wanted to do myself.
Yeah, I remember a moment during Versus the World where it was just, us grinding out the hours and stuff like that. You will randomly come across some of the nicest people in the game. One of the little kids says, I love you, Summit.
Good fight, dude.
Oh my God, I love you, man. So I remember when they first put our team jerseys in the game. I was actually streaming when it happened. It was really special. We were all really stoked on being able to represent something that we were all part of together on stream.
And, of course, the one I forgot was Summit. Aimer's no-brainer. That's the team I missed of all the ones.
I mean, you really didn't have to remember any of the teams, but Easy Clap. Femstep was able to just dominate everyone here. 5,277 points. You can't get much more of a lead than that.
I mean, technically you could, but my math skills aren't good, remember, so maybe it's not possible, but they definitely had the lead. But let's go ahead and take a look at the winners one last time.
Congratulations to Easy Clap there, able to take it down very convincingly, led by Femsteph, and it was really fun to get to watch that entire thing go down, Jason.
Yeah, it was a fun event to watch it all go down. They had the online event last week too, which I got to cast, which was a ton of fun. So it was a lot of fun, the whole event.
All right, but now we get to have even more fun. It's time for our halftime show with Allison and Tom.
Thanks, guys. I am here with Tom Green, and we are going to turn our critical eyes away from gaming for a moment and towards art. Yes, you heard me right. This week's Twitter competition, we asked you guys to send in your best literal interpretations of our pros' in-game names. I have a few of them here. And Tom is going to judge them for us, and you are going to pick a winner.
Okay.
It is all on your shoulders.
These are memes.
These are, yeah, they could become memes.
Okay, they could become memes.
Yes.
Okay. That was exciting, by the way. What just happened here?
This was your first time watching the game
Wow, that was
like that.
incredible. Yeah, that was amazing. Oh, it was
you got
amazing.
your heart racing now?
I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
Man.
Well, now
so
let's
good to
just
be here.
pictures.
Yeah. Okay. Let's play.
Let's change the tone of this a little.
Let's
okay.
play.
So the first one we have up. Oh, this is flowers.
Yeah.
This is flowers.
So what?
This was done by Legend 1AM or 1AM.
Somebody on the internet did that?
Yes, someone on the internet did that.
On the World Wide Web?
On the World Wide Web, and they turned flowers into an entire field of flowers.
That's very nice.
Right?
You did a good job, person from the internet.
Awesome. All right.
Very nice.
We're gonna go on to our second one.
Okay.
This is Benny Boy and the entire STDX team. Right?
STD.
Yes, X. X.
Throw the X in there.
Right. So that's Benny Boy in the middle.
Yeah.
And
what's he holding? Like a pork chop?
That's Doug is Raw.
Oh, that's Doug is Raw. Okay.
This is Aw Nah. Oh, and over here is Prodigy Aces.
Okay.
This is Stomp a Little. Just a little stomp. Just a little one. So that's the whole team in one picture.
Okay. That's very nice.
This was done by Mrs. Red Wolf.
Mrs. Red Wolf.
Yeah.
Mrs. Red Wolf, you did a good job.
Congratulations. All right. Up next, we got two of these guys here.
Oh.
Okay, we got Stormin and Huskers.
Already I like this Children of the Corn.
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
Some Children of the Corn action here.
I mean, Huskers has got an Olympic gold medal on here, I think.
Yeah.
And Stormin, I think, is supposed to be menacing, but I find he seems quite sweet and
It's like
warm.
a field of dreams meets your worst nightmare.
Your worst nightmare being just mud?
Yeah, Children of the Corn meets Field of Dreams.
All right, and this was done by It's Redneck Chick.
It's Redneck Chick.
There we
Good
go.
job, It's Redneck Chick.
All right,
You did a good job.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is a mashup of a bunch of different of the players right now. This is by Not Alley Cat.
Okay.
I'm also not an alley cat. All right, there you
Yep.
go. So over here we have Shell Shock, clearly, and Pineapples. Sweet
nice.
Dreams.
And it's drawn on a piece of paper.
Yes.
With a pencil.
It's legit.
Sort of an old school way of doing things.
And also, a picture was taken of it and sent in. They didn't even scan it to send.
I like the way they used a pencil and paper, though. It's almost like this person is coming from a different time.
I like that the eraser is left in the picture.
Yeah, they left their little...
this is like proof.
Yeah, an eraser.
Yeah.
So I actually like this one.
Okay.
I actually like this one now, even though I don't really understand what it is. I like it.
All right, well, now we're going to go to our final one. I mean, clearly this is Doug is Raw.
Oh, wow.
He's just a piece
I like
of
that. Doug is Raw.
Yeah. This is by Zarksy, I think I'm saying that right.
It's like a piece of like a pork chop with Doug is Raw superimposed over it.
I wonder his parents feel like his severed head is just on a piece
I'm sure Doug is Raw's parents are very proud.
Yes.
Doug is Raw, you've made it.
Awesome.
You're superimposed over a pork chop.
There you go.
On the national internet.
Living the dream.
Right now, broadcasting around the world on Facebook.
Yes. Okay,
here in Las Vegas.
So
I have
Tom-
to say my favorite.
Yeah, what's your favorite? Do you choose?
I like the meat Doug is Raw one.
You like the meat? Doug is Raw?
Yeah, I like the meat
Doug
one.
is Raw. This is the winner. So congrats.
Yeah.
It's Zarksy.
Yeah.
X-A-R-X-Y. I hope I'm saying that right.
It's Darcy. Congratulations.
Oh, nice. You won us over with a great finish to this Split's Twitter competitions. Nice job, y'all. All right. That does it for the H1Z1 Pro League halftime show. When we return, we'll jump right into the second round of our Week 10 match and the conclusion of Split 1. Thank you, Tom Green.
Thank you.
Favorite place to land would be G7 Compound.
G7 Compound?
G7 Compound?
G7 Compound.
Probably G7 Compound. Just because there's a lot of action off the spawn right there.
The dam.
The dam.
Pleasant Valley Warehouses.
Pleasant Valley.
PV Warehouses.
PV Warehouses.
PV Warehouses.
PV. You want the action, you want the killing, you go to PV.
Having a season where it's from week to week to week it's a better system or a setup for this type of genre.
As far as consistency and people getting more comfortable, you get used to the environment, used to the setup.
It's still very surreal.
I'm gonna miss being able to feel the excitement of walking on stage to play on LAN every single week. That's definitely what I'll miss.
Everyone here?
Seeing everybody every day?
Probably the people.
The thing I'm going to miss the most is being around the whole H1 community.
Not seeing everyone.
Being with all the guys all the time, you know, just hanging out with all the boys.
The friends.
Trash talking them in person, you know, kind of just being here on a person-to-person basis.
Even though we're rivals, like when we're in the game, outside of the game, we're just like family. So I'm going to miss everyone here.
The friendships.
I'm going to miss the routine of coming in for practice. Being able to play on this stage is really, really cool.
I'm going to miss game day because it's the one day you can kind of prove yourself, I feel like.
I don't know. I'm going to miss the weather, of course, but right now it's too hot.
Seeing Christine Leahy cast, I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you what I won't miss. I won't miss the heat.
I'm just gonna be missing playing the game on LAN.
Sorry guys, 1 second. And rehearsal in 10 minutes.
One of the things that I'm going to miss a lot coming up on the split's probably the players. There's going to be a little bit of a void to fill, but luckily I have alcohol.
Practice every day, hanging out with everyone, you know. You can't really trade that for anything. It's kind of cool. You got everyone that has the same passions and, you know, we all care about the game and everything. So it's nice to hang around that, you know, at least 3 times a week.
Jason. I'm going to miss Jason. That's like my biggest thing. Jason and I, yes, we bicker. Yes, I probably annoy the shit out of him time to time, but I love that dude very much, and it's been fun getting to hang out with him.
Teams shooting up and then dropping down in the standings. You never know what's going to happen. I'm going to miss seeing that excitement each week.
People talking to each other on Twitter and not saying, I'm just kidding. I want to roast them so bad. Bunch of pussies. But what am I going to miss the most? All right. God, I want to roast them so bad. Okay. I'm definitely going to miss just playing on stage. I'm already looking forward to the fall split. Coming into the arena, the Twin Galaxies arena, and playing every Wednesday is honestly just a dream come true. So really going to look forward to the second split.
We wanted to take a moment to thank our partners at Caesars Entertainment for providing this beautiful aerial coverage once again of my hometown, the city of Las Vegas. This is still one of my favorite moments, even in Week 10.
And it is where we are right now. We're in Las Vegas. Let's see where the players are on our leaderboard. We want to give you a quick reminder at home where all of the teams do stand. Team Solomid coming out of Week 10, Round 1, going to be able to nab 28 points, set to destroy X, able to nab 15. Now, one of the things that I do want to say is I tried to do math. I talked to Doug Israel really quickly during that break. He said he believes that he's 23 through 26 points away right now from where TSM is, and we actually heard from production. Set to Destroy X, 206 cumulative points, about TSM 183 cumulative points about, so it would be close to that 23 range.
Yeah, so it's going to be really close between those two teams. And welcome once again, everybody, back into the Caesars Entertainment Studios. I'm Jason Burns, a.k.a. Supersonic, with Rich Campbell, as always. But yeah, the points are very close. We just saw a 28-point round from TSM. That is enough points. If Set to Destroy doesn't score anything and they do another 28-point round, they would take it.
I'm going to be completely honest. You see the way that the league shakes out, and you see Set to Destroy X be in first place for 7 weeks in a row. I did not expect to sit down on week 10 next to you and be casting a match that's actually going to determine who takes first. This one could very easily dethrone Set to Destroy X after 7 weeks of consistency. Now there's money on the line. Now they feel the heat at their back. Will they choke, or will we see one of these teams just be able to catch up?
I mean, one of the other things that could happen is right, Set to Destroy does well. TSM maybe has a rough match now, and Rogue's right back into the running and possibly take over second place. But we're just about ready to get into this match, and we got to take a look at the heat map. As always, you can kind of see the guys just kind of clicking all over the place at the moment, but this is what the guys are looking at in-game to determine where they are going to spawn into the match. Again, we've seen some consistency. We have seen a couple rounds, though, throughout the season where people have chosen to drop on each other. We'll see if any of these guys decide to do that here now.
All right, we're going to get it started right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is going to be the last round of Split 1. Who will come out on top? And ultimately, Jason, right now, it could be any of these teams. So if you want to look good in-game right now and rep the winning team, you may as well just grab all of them for the price of $249.99. We're going to throw in that H1PL off-roader as well.
Yeah, guys, going to be dropping in, and we're going to be right back on board with our MVP from last week, Vago off of Rogue. Rogue not quite having the first match or the first round that they wanted to have today. We'll see if they can maybe come up big here in round number 2.
I want to see someone try to screw over one of these teams by landing in their preferred zone. We talk about it quite a bit. We see a lot of teams grouping up around PV using our caster vision right now, the technology of 2018. There could potentially be a fight there, but we know PV, you got enough area that everybody can kind of get their own loot. Pretty soon we're going to see that safe zone. We saw a really interesting one last time. I doubt that we're going to see something like it again.
Yeah, I doubt we'll get the same safe zone again here in the last match, hoping to get a crazy circle. I want to see an electric final safe zone.
I want to see a city finish, personally.
I don't believe the current way that it works. I don't believe that circle can finish in a city. It can finish right next to it, but it cannot finish in the city.
Leave it to me. I always want what I can't have. And we're going to get Ruby Lake right in that portion
of our
Atlanta
circle.
This is the exact same circle that we've seen in Atlanta, and I believe that we've seen two similar to it in the league as well.
We've seen it twice, I believe. I think you actually are right if we can count to 2 properly. I do believe that is the number of times we've seen it. So this circle is going to be a little bit off the map. So we lose part of the circle off the map as we did in the first round, which makes the circle a little more condensed, but it has the lake in the middle of it, which eats up even more space, and we've seen that thing just be a field of death.
Memory and age are cruel, cruel mistresses, but correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Epsilon really did well on this, and I believe that we also saw some of the other teams that did well when we were over in Atlanta thrive as well.
I'm not sure Epsilon did well here. I think you're thinking of the match a little bit farther north, but the east side of the map. They've definitely had
better east side.
They've had better setups on the east side of the map than they have when they've been on the west side of the map.
So is CLG too. That's another team, and you know, CLG actually potentially coming out and doing really well. It's funny because this one almost plays out closer to the older version of the meta, but we wouldn't be able to play any meta if we didn't have 75 computers in front of our 75 players. Thank you very much to Republic of Gamers, the official hardware sponsor of the H1Z1 Pro League, all 10 weeks in a row.
And also make sure you guys are staying active in that chat. Get yourself entered for those chances to take down that Asus ROG backpack as well. Those in-game skins are going out through DM, so make sure you're keeping an eye on those on Facebook.
You can say anything you want in chat. You can cheer for Jason right now. Do whatever you want, and you're going to be entered for that competition. But we are going to see Epsilon and CLG, both of the teams that I kind of mentioned here as teams to watch potentially in this one. They are going to already be centered pretty well in this safe zone. But I want to bring up one thing really quick here, Jason. The Ruby Lake Island. that place sucks. And we always see a team go for it, and I don't really understand why.
Nobody ever plays well from that as their opening position.
It is the worst.
It's the worst. I agree with you. If there's a spot on the map that I'm going to say sucks, that spot sucks. One of the things I want to bring up really quick, I was looking over using the caster vision 1.2 there, and TSM is all the way to the northwest corner. They have the farthest distance to travel, so can they get set up and get there in time to get some early elims? They need a big game here, and we've seen so far they've done a swap out recently. So they went from Jeesh being their shot caller, their main in-game caller, and he was really good at the old meta of basically surviving, right? He played the survival meta extremely well. Dropped has recently taken this over, and this has actually been showing up really strong for them. So can Drop get them there and get them into a position to be dominant on the east side of the map? We saw what they did on the west side.
It's important that you bring that up as well, because it is kind of a recurring theme that we've seen in the Pro League. We obviously come down, and if you're just watching for the first time, one of the players had to make the biggest changes that they've ever made before. We go from a survival meta, you win by staying alive the longest. So we see teams like CLG. I mean, hey, we see Flamehopper hiding all over the map back when we were casting tournaments.
That is one of the squirreliest players ever. That guy can make it out of situations that just shouldn't make it out.
I remember him hiding in a Jeep when we were in Atlanta, just in the back seat watching people eliminate each other. But then we make that fulcrum shift. We have to start focusing on kills when we get here for the Pro League, and we see a lot of these teams like CLG, like TSM, starting to switch their shot callers to somebody who can call the more aggressive meta. One of the teams that has called this new aggressive meta better than anyone else, going to be Set to Destroy X. Prodigy Ace is a lot of the time leading that charge. It seems like his finger is always right on the trigger. He's ready to pop off.
Yeah, he's definitely... He's the best shot caller in the league right now.
I think it's fair to say.
I think it's fair to say. I think it's fair to say. However, I want to say that Dropped has had a huge effect and turnaround on TSM. They came from the bottom, and they have climbed their way up into second and put themselves in a position where they have a chance here in the final round of the split to take over first place. So Dropped has also shown himself to be a very strong, not just capable gunner and slayer on the squad, but he's now showing that he's able to lead the squad and get them where they need to be. And there's a flip on the car from Prodigy Aces as he starts to get magnumed by Reptar. Slayer on Slayer.
I mean, you talk about Slayers. Yeah, Reptar probably has one of the crispiest shots in the league, and we're going to see that coming out there with Magnum. The amount of pressure that he's able to put on there is absolutely insane. But I want to move back to that little geography lesson that we were having earlier on. We start to talk about Ruby Lake and that little area, that little centered area on the lake that tends to be just a death trap. We'll see teams kind of sit there, and a lot of the times you talk about hitting those center areas because you want all the teams kind of collapsing in. You have the cover, you get to shoot out, you get to take people down. And as we talk about the teams like TSM, I want to ask you, is this one of the safe zones where these later rotations can potentially be lucrative?
It can be if you can get down and get a rotation into, like, let's say right now we just saw everybody sitting in Veshin's peak or Vishan's peak. If you're coming in late and you get the team that's on the edge, it's fighting uphill, and you can pinch and get people that already are engaged and hurt and continue to keep that pressure and move it forward without taking too much damage, you can make a late rotation. It is difficult, but when the stars align on that, that's when you see a team go off and drop a 20, 25 kill match.
And you talk about pinching, it's something that you guys need to keep in your mind as you're watching this matchup. If you don't know what a pinch is, it is essentially when we see a team come up after two teams are already engaged in a fight. The third team that pops in can start to put in some of those shots, and if they happen to get the last bullet, if they happen to get that elimination, they are going to get full credit for the kill. They're going to be able to get that point for their team, and they can be very important here, but we need to pay attention to what Pineapples was just able to do with the help of the rest of his squad. That's going to be the first elimination coming out, and now we can see the guns, the barrels are hot for Echo Fox, and this Fox pack is out on a hunt, trying to take more away from Gangstars. We talk about how important resources are going to be. Humans going to be the most important resource, and they are down one.
Was Beast the second elimination in the first match? Or in the first round? I believe he was actually the first one down, or first one for Gangstar's, second one of the match. So Gangstar's very early down a player once again here. Echo Fox, though, was one of the first teams eliminated last round, and they are already on the board trying to get those guns hot early. They need a huge round number 2.
Hey, I mean, if you're, this is one of those scenarios, again, where if you're the top team, obviously the first kill not going to have the largest impact sometimes, especially if it's, oh, wow, that's...
He sticks it. He's all right.
Nick looks like a driver from Jersey. But let's actually jump back right now and take a peek at that first kill that went down. It's going to be none other than Echo Fox who's going to be able to find this kill onto Gangstars. And as you know, you mentioned a little bit earlier, Jason, Gangstars does not want to be in this position again.
Yeah, they definitely don't want to start that down. I mean, that's definitely got to do something to your motivation levels, losing a player that early. Doing it a second match in a row, when you come in, you know, you can rally, right? You get hyped up, you go in the back, you come out for game 2, we got this, rally up, focus up, we got it, boys, don't worry about it, and you immediately lose somebody, everything you just did in between the 2 matches just kind of goes out.
I gotta be honest, Gangstars has found themselves in this position quite a few times throughout the season, but I admire this team a lot because they have tried some of the weirdest strats. They're that team where we kind of mentioned, look, they have come down many times and tried to enter other people's drop zones, but we have another kill that went down off camera here. Let's take a peek at this.
All right, so we're going to be on board with Flowers, and he's looking for some shots over into Impact Gaming. Missed the shots on Blood Inferno, but he's going to line up those shots and just laser beam Tipsy out of that vehicle there. So Impact Gaming now down at the body. Also, 2 of the teams that are farther down in the standings are going to be losing players here early. One of them at the hands of Echo Fox, which could have an impact on something. The other one doesn't really have an impact on the top 5.
Here's really where the impact is. Now you see easy prey if you're one of the top teams. You want those kills to be traded out with teams you really don't care about. Go ahead, butter up those teams for me. I'm going to get nice and fat, jump up on the leaderboard a little bit later on. So we're going to have to see if any of these top teams can finish the supper that the middle of the pack did not manage to clear off their plate. We see 2 teams already weakened. 73 players still do remain here. Rogue raining down from above.
Yeah, they're going to be throwing out some shots, and I'm looking over and stealing away, taking a look at the caster vision. TSM has finally made it to the circle. They are going to be the only ones on that far north side, though. They're still going to have to cross the water or the bridge to get down into the circle for the next rotation, because this circle is most likely going to start centering at this point. The very next circle after this one, guaranteed, they just start centering. So they are going to have to move south a little bit.
I'm really enjoying the way that this zone did move as well, because we talk about that little Death Island on Ruby Lake. I think players very quickly knew that that wasn't a place to stand.
Nobody touched it.
It's usually when it's more centered that we see players, frankly, make what appears to be a mistake, a low percentage play, but we're going to see wrapping around the outside right now, set to destroy X. Keep that in mind. We talked about pinches. We talked about teams coming in with a gunfight that's already going down between 2 squads. Set to destroy X, a team that knows how to capitalize on that. If they're able to do it here in the final round of split number 1, will they come out on top? Will they prove that they are the most consistent, the best performing team in our 15 best teams in the world? We're going to find that out by the end of this round. Now, we jump on board with CLG's Grimmy Bear.
Yeah, so we're going to be on board with Grimmy. One of those swaps that we talked about a little bit earlier where teams have changed up who their shot caller is, who's leading that squad, who's coming up with their strategies. Grimmy going to be the one that replaced Flamehopper for this squad. Not necessarily replace, he's kind of filling the shoes until Flamehopper gets a handle on this meta, but he's a big player for this squad. He's somebody that's been playing the Slay meta for a very long time. He's always been somebody that's kind of kill grinded.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, the honest thing is you look at this CLG squad, one of the longest standing rosters, and also one of really the rosters that you have to look at that's seen the most success, but that was back in the survival meta. You need to make a change. You need to find a way to adapt, and we have already seen a lot of improvement coming out from this squad since they went for that more aggressive shot caller. And once again, you get that little sneak peek of set to destroy X. You need to keep them in your mind, folks. You see them on that outside, wrapping around on the east, looking for when to get the perfect rotation.
There's a lot of opportunities to rotate up from that side, too. So if they wait for the fights to come out before they make their rotation, set to destroy is set up on one end to make that push. TSM, you want to kind of be on the outside edge of this. You don't want to be doing the push up the center of the mountain where you might walk into a pinch. You want to be the team on the outside coming in, and it's easier to do that walking down the spine than it is to come up the center of the mountain.
And you know, one of the things that I want to note is I feel like this is a safe zone that Set to Destroy X may be the most prepared for. Not because they've historically done well on it, but because of the opposite. We saw this team rev up around week number 2. This was a ring that they knew they had to somewhat rehearse for after they see their results. And when we start to see this strategy come in, maybe that is the concoction, the special sauce that they were able to come up with after they watched VOD, after they saw how these teams performed on this map, back on board with CLG, still holding this spot in the mountain, still looking looking for that kill, still looking to take away as many resources as they can from their opponent. And Jason, my question for you, at this point in the game, is this that war of attrition that we mentioned in the first game? Is this that war of attrition that we mentioned throughout the season? Are these two teams trying to rip away resources from each other?
I mean, you're always trying to rip away resources. Really, you're looking to try and just pull that God shot off and get an elimination, but you'll take the hits at least, putting damage in, taking away healables, taking away body armors, helmets, anything you can go ahead and take away from them. I currently like the end where Echo Fox is a little bit better in terms of positioning, but they are actually surrounded on all sides. Both these squads are, and them being in a fight right now, they need to be ready to hold off their flanks. They need to turn their attention away from each other and get ready for the other teams that are about to press into them. And Echo Fox is going to have to rotate in. CLG still inside the circle. Echo Fox has some distance to travel.
Look at this. This is really starting to look like pinching territory here. We are going to see LG trying to breach just a little bit. They're going to see Sweet Dreams. All of those crosshairs going to line up on him. Yogi, though, needs to get out and dodge for just a second. He had that Magnum out. Going to need to jump into his vehicle. It's going to be Flamehopper, though. Going to be able to find the punish, take out Rogue. That's going to be another elimination coming in. JP2 going to be able to trade out. He takes Prox down. All 15 teams still represented. CLG getting hot. Going to be able to take down one from Echo Fox. And just like that, we're going to be down to 69 players, folks, and it was back and forth. Everybody's starting to lose a little bit here. Pineapple's trying to stay alive. This one's starting to look bad for Echo Fox, too. You see Piney not going to be healthy. He needs to just try to sew it up. He needs to try to find some healing, and he's just running and can't E-Nash your way out of that one. Crank going to lose his helmet.
One of the things to look at right now, LG is getting eliminations on them, so Echo Fox is going to go down. They were sitting up there. The kill feed is now going off, actually. C9 getting a couple eliminations there. Epsilon getting a few as those two teams start to trade out. Imperial Hal getting the last elimination so far in that skirmish on the other side, and he's going to get paid back by Balin. Imperial Hal finds, or sorry, doesn't get paid back. Imperial Hal's still in it, going to take down Balin. Casper now going to take down Epsilon's Melander.
They're trading. They're trading quicker than little kids with their binders playing a trading card game right now. We're down to 57 players, 13 teams. We're going to see Epsilon and Echo Fox already out of this, and this could be huge. Now it's going to be Ana, and all of a sudden it's going to just be an absolute cluster in the kill feed. Kill after kill coming in. Who is going to make it out of this bloodbath alive? As we see more and more just taken out, Jason. We can't even keep up at this point. All of a sudden we're already almost into modifier range, and now Explosion's going to be raining down. And the thing that you need to look at is that bottom right-hand portion of your screen. Every time a team's lit up red, that is because they have been sent out. LG needs to say sayonara because they're going to leave with 6 points here, and still our kill feed is more lit up than a Christmas tree. Coming in with that shotgun, trying to get Grimmy out. Grimmy, though, going to be able to scooch off in that cop car, getting out of that fight with chance from Noble. Still, though, this is an absolute, that was a frenzy. All of the teams that are still up, Jason, get that 1.25 modifier, and just like that, we're going to see another squad sent home. Chance going to be taken out. Set to Destroy X, though, only has that one player up.
Same thing with TSM, though. So TSM needed a really big match here. I don't think that's a possibility for them. So Set to Destroy, really upset that they're down bodies right now. But TSM, most likely out of the running unless whoever's left alive just goes completely off and has the greatest game we've ever seen. It feels pretty, and it's dropped. I mean, if there's somebody that's going to do it on that squad, Drop's definitely one of the guys that can do it, but I don't think there's enough people left in the match. You would have to eliminate all of them.
Look, to be completely frank here, if you were Stomp a Little, you were just like, okay, this is where we really get to reap that cushion of being out in first place. Yeah, maybe I'll find the kill. Who really gives a hoot, though? Because at the end of the day, you start to see those other teams get taken out. You don't know in-game. You basically crystallize the fact that not as much can happen, right? You see that kill feed at the very least, and you say, oh my goodness, do we get to just ride this out? Need to keep our eyes on Rogue, though. They could go on an absolute heater here. CLG still looking very healthy as well. Okay, that's the caster curse. Night Huskers, he gets zipped up by Lifted from Obey Alliance. Obey Alliance, though, going to get absolutely chewed up. Class needs to try to pull it together there. Yep, there's the Kobe. I'm not going to say names anymore because I appear to be getting everybody killed.
I mean,
Aladdin.
Aladdin. Okay. I'm pretty sure Aladdin is in a situation here where he has no hard cover. He's stuck between two teams. He's most likely going to go down here. He is getting a couple shots down into Riki. He's running straight over towards Rogue. Vago going to get eliminated from the side. I think it was at the hands of CLG. Aladdin somehow getting away from CLG. CLG now finally finding the shot on him into the back. Stomp a Little, gonna step up with the shotgun. Trying to find the Elim against Drop. Steps out, can't get it. TSM gonna take out Set to Destroy. That is gonna be it for them, but I don't know that Drop can get enough elims to catch up.
Here's the thing to note, though. He can solidify second place for his team. He is going to just be baited out, and like a fish, he is gutted. But ultimately there, you want to hang on to try to get to number 5, because you get to 5, you get the multiplier as well. That's going to be as good as some extra eliminations. Not going to be able to do it. A beautiful bait with that gas. He is brought right in, and now Set to Destroy X already starting to celebrate on the stage. They know that they won. They know that they are going to be split number 1 champs. Make some noise for Set to Destroy X, one of the most dominant teams we could have ever thought up. Just week after week, 7 weeks in a row, now 8, they hold that title of first place, and now they get the title of champions.
Yeah, that's awesome getting to see all of them come up. You can see Stax and Charlie, the owner. You got the whole crew up there, so it's awesome getting to see them have that moment there on the stage. But let's get back in and finish out this match. The 2nd through 5th spots still up for grabs here. There's still money available to these players, and they are playing out for it. CLG in the fight right now against Rogue, trying to find some shots down into Stormin. We got Riki, Zeke, and Stormin, the last 3 left alive for Rogue. They're going to come through, swoop them up. Riki going to get taken out by Nastigal, though. They're down to 2 players left. We've seen them hold on forever with 2 players and get a ton of eliminations. We'll see if they can do it here. Unfortunately, they cannot. Caster Curse coming through, and they are going to go down.
Ultimately, if you make it into the top 5 in the league, you're in the green, just like you said. And we are going to see Vitality in the green that you don't want to be in, and they're all grouped up in this car. If this should blow up, we are going to see Vitality get eliminated. Now they are going on that ride. They're going to get out of the car. They're going to try to get into this POV. They're going to try to stay healthy. All the teams here in the top 5 inside of this game into that 1.5x multiplier. Every kill that they get going to be multiplied like that. CLG, Gangstars, Impact Gaming, Tempo Storm, and Vitality still inside of this matchup, and we're going to jump on board with Reptar, one of the nastiest slayers in the league, trying to go on a rampage here. It's DieFPS who gets tagged up by Impact Gaming, pops out, trying to look for the kill, and we are going to see CLG absolutely descend upon Impact Gaming, send them home, and get a whole bunch of points along the way. Very well played by them. We have our top 4 teams here, and 15 players amongst them. Reptar going for that Kobe. This should buy him enough to run up.
That's going to be a smoke nade. If that man tried to go for a Kobe right there, I would question how he got to the Slayer level. Perfect Kobe. I mean, he dropped that smoke nade right where he wanted it.
He lined it up perfectly, and he's going to be able to run up right now. He's going to be able to close that space, and we know how scary Reptar can be if he actually gets in these close range engagements as well, and he's going to be backed up by his squad. He can get close, go for the long range fight, or they can actually breach here and try to go for that shotgun fight. Going to be worth a lot, and ultimately, look, it's split number 1 coming to an end here. Go big. You already know that you didn't get first place. Try to pull down that melee kill. If we see a melee kill, it'll be worth 10 points. All of these squads already in the 1.5 multiplier. I believe that means it's worth 15 points. I don't know. I'm not at school right now. I'm having fun. I'm watching people shoot each other in video games. Don't ask me to do math, but if they get first place, it's definitely worth 20 with that 2x multiplier. 4 squads still up, Jason.
We got 4 up, 13 remain. Basically, we got 4 up for CLG and Gangstars, 3 left on Tempo Storm, 2 up for Vitality. Vitality not able to get an elim on the board yet. We'll see if they're able to come out. They're looking for this fight against Tempo Storm, see if they can get one down. Both going to get eliminated. 1 to Gangstars.
1 for everybody.
Yeah, 1 for everybody. Actually, both go to Tempo Storm. Tempo Storm gets hit from the side by Gangstars. Helmet off for Nastigal. Zach still in this, trying to find a final shot over towards Nastigal. Finds it, going to take him out. Turns his attention over towards Flanker. Casper down at the end of this this wall here, very, very low.
I mean, they're just getting flanked right here. Moose going to come in with the flank. Will he be able to take down Flanker, or will Flanker be able to return the fire here? Trying to shoot up Moose. A little bit obscurity is going to be his vision here. Gangstars, they have just been getting pinched on left and right. They're just not good engagements for him, and it's going to be Zach and Moose popping them down 1 by 1, lining them up. Going to be able to find both of these points. CLG, though, having a dominant performance. They have the man advantage, and they have 10 points. They're going to be able to have at least a 20-point game here. The question is, how does Tempo Storm play this out? Zach and Moose already with hot guns, looking for the fight. FPS closing space. We already see that a little bit of that area is going to be denied by the gas. Another smoke going to be thrown in right now. And that was actually the Kobe.
That's a Kobe.
We're going to see Flamehopper be able to take out Zach. Now it's Moose prone and alone behind the dumpster. CLG just going to go fishing here.
Final round. You got to go out with a bang. I don't want to see the gas play deny the point. It's the end. Go for it. I want to see Moose just pull off a crazy play, go on a shotgun rampage.
That can be punished, though. I mean, CLG right now,
It's going to get punished, but I want to watch it.
Okay, CLG just needs to wrap around him, and they need to just start punching him. If they're able to get this melee kill, it's worth an additional 20 points.
Just run around the corner, just squat up, fist out, go for it, boys.
They would get 42 points if they get the melee kill. I think they're going to go for it, too. We haven't seen one all season. Will this be it? Will we see it in the final hour here? Will the last kill be a melee kill? Please, please, Moose. Either go on a shotgun frenzy and get first place, or CLG punches lights out. The more likely option here. CLG trying to play it safe. Moose doesn't need to deny points here. He wants to get some on the way
ring around
out.
the rosy, man.
All right, he's behind the
He's
car.
rotating with them.
Up and out. Oh, we see the shot. Looks like it connects. See Nightwalker trying to get close here. Oh, Moose going to be able to pull down one. He's not done yet. Shots coming into Moose. Nobody getting close enough, though. They're just going to take the kill. That is going to be the last kill that we see for split number 1. Well played by Moose and well played by CLG. CLG going to have an absolutely fantastic game. We got to give it up for them because, as we already mentioned, this was a squad that has been together for such a long time in the old meta where survival was the only word you needed to have in your mind, and they have adapted. This team has heated up week after week. All of the changes starting to play dividends. When we settle down for for split number 2, we need to be looking at this squad. They are going to be a real threat, but let's see our total from week 10. 35 points from TSM.
TSM, yeah, coming down with 35. Second place, CLG, and as you said, they were one of those teams that crushed the old meta. It's good to see them take down a solid match and win a round there at the end for week 10.
I mean, ultimately, they are just one of those squads that's heated up. One of the squads that slowed down, though, of course, going to be Epsilon. We see them getting 11th place here. 8 points. They have slowed down week after week. They were one of the ones who adjusted the quickest. Now they have somewhat fallen out of graces. I'm so excited already for split number 2. But ultimately, guys, we want to make sure that you get to leave tonight as champions as well. Go ahead and enter that hoodie code, and you are going to be able to guarantee yourself some swag. Keep me warm. I can read that one.
Yeah, the hoodie will actually keep you warmer than the spandex.
All right, I guess that's a fact. But what is a fact is we have started to see some of these teams make adjustments, and those adjustments are evident inside of the game. I'm blown away by the performance that we saw from CLG. Also, Set to Destroy X just being such a consistent team. Do not go anywhere. Jason and I are going to break it all down after this quick break.
My name is Benny Boy, and I play for Set to Destroy X. I'd say my role is probably Slayer. My mom, she's always been supportive. You know, she's like, hey, do what you want to do now, because, you know, college and then life, and then once you get into life, you know, 9-to-5 job, then it's just that. What excites me the most would be getting on stage, seeing the crowd, and I haven't been to an event with such a large audience and such a big stage. And so I think that's going to be really exciting, playing versus people that I've played versus all the time. I've played versus over multiple years, seeing them in person and competing weekly. My goal is to really win the championship. Like, we want to do well. I want to make my org proud. I want to make my family, you know, proud. I want to prove to myself that I can do this. I can become one of the best.
My name is Pineapples, and I play for Echo Fox. The single most important thing when it comes to H1Z1 is that every second counts and every weapon is viable. It doesn't matter. The second you hit the ground, grab whatever you can and be ready to fight. I think one of the most exciting things about playing in Las Vegas is the fact that this is all real. I can show my parents, my extended family, my friends, like, this is my hard work paid off. Here I am competing against the top players of H1Z1, my friends, you know, I've got to know over the years. It's just a surreal experience.
I've walked this road since the start. Alone. One step ahead of death. There may be safety in numbers. But in the end, I go my own way. Remorse is not an option.
I'm Candyvan, and I play for Tempo Storm. The Pro League is kind of like the gold standard of, you know, being, I made it. It means a lot. Essentially what I do is dictate our rotations and our positioning and what fights we're going to push and, you know, making those endgame plays that are going to win the game or get all those kills or, you know, really the game decision maker, more or less. There's a video of my mom. She's like, my dad is recording her freaking out as we're making this final push to win the game, and it's one of the funniest things ever, because she's like, oh my god, you know, is he still alive? Like looking at, trying to focus on where everyone was, and it was pretty funny.
Welcome to the H1Z1 Pro League postgame show. What a finish to Split 1. We have just seen 15 teams put it all on the line for their chance to become H1Z1 champions, and Set to Destroy X has done it. They have won Split number 1, Jason.
Yeah, you said it, Rich. I don't think we could have asked for a better conclusion to our first split for the inaugural season of the H1Z1 Pro League. We've had 10 weeks of laughs, tears, and amazing fights from our pros, and now we can officially declare that Set to Destroy X are Split 1 champions.
I mean, the big thing is, you can hear them cheering, and they have deserved it very much. I mean, ultimately, you could not ask for a more consistent team. 8 weeks in a row, they sat on top of this leaderboard, but there are some threats that are starting to climb their way up now. We got to keep our eyes on them in split number 2, but for now, we see Set to Destroy X able to celebrate just a little bit here, Jason.
Yeah, we definitely see them take down that first split. We just saw the scoreboard. Actually, doesn't shift at all. I believe that's the exact same starting 5 that we saw in the exact same order. So breakdown, prize money coming out. Some of these guys are going home with a bit of cash in their pocket. Obviously, first place Set to Destroy. They're going to be taking down $35K. Second place, though, 20. Third place is going to take down 10. Fourth is going to take 6K, and fifth is going to take down $4,000. So all of those teams also going to leave with a little bit of money.
Definitely awesome, but it is crazy to see just how consistent Set to Destroy X really was. I mean, they were just so consistent, but ultimately, even at the end, they're not able to keep as big of a lead as they had a little bit earlier on. So we are seeing some of those teams get hot. But waiting right now with our champions is Allison.
Thanks, guys. All right, Set to Destroy X, congratulations. I got you up here. How are you guys feeling right now? You seem quite calm, but I feel like there's more going on underneath.
I'm so ready to get out of these sweaty clothes and go drink some beer.
Oh, yeah. You're like, I'm ready to take on Vegas. I got to talk to you for a minute because you had everyone feeling all the feels at the. What was going through you? I mean, you still got tears in your eyes.
I just love these guys so much.
We love Stacks.
They've done so much, and nobody thought we could do it, and we did it.
You know, I said at the beginning of the show that I was kind of rooting for you guys because you gave me all the feels, and now I'm feeling it again, man. That's awesome. How's it feel to know you guys got prize money coming your way now, too?
Yeah, that's a nice little tickle. Like, I'm ready for it.
Screw his answer.
You were like,
nice.
End the interview, I want a drink. You guys think you have what it takes to carry this on to Split 2?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're definitely ready, and we're ready for the new map. We're very excited for that. We're definitely dedicated, and we're ready to stay on top as well.
Yeah. Will there be much prep between now and then?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll be out home grinding as much as we do, if not more than here.
Okay, how would you guys summarize this first split for your team?
Successful.
Roller coaster, too, though.
Roller coaster. I love it. Awesome.
Time.
Well, guys, congratulations. And here to give you your prize is Mr. Tom Green.
Oh, boy.
All right. Wow. So proud to be here at this exciting and amazing event and to present to Set to Destroy X a check for $35,000. Congratulations. You guys are amazing. That was incredible. I love you guys. I love you.
All right, congratulations, guys. That is
thank-
it, and we are signing off. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page for more Pro League content to tide you over until the second split later this year. We've got exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes segments, and so much more. We'll be back later this year with another 10-match split and all the fantastic drama, strategy, competition, and big prizes that come with it. On behalf of all of us here at the H1Z1 Pro League, have a great night. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you soon.
What's happening? What's happening?